vertical side. You can see me now. 1 minute. Let me get the, let me get one thing going. Just need the Hawaiian music. But, welcome in everybody on the Twitch side, the YouTube side, and the Arena side. Lucinda, thank you for coming in first as always. One Spicy Mommy, welcome in. Hopefully the COD's going well. Are you playing Black Ops 7? Are you playing Modern Warfare 3? Which one are you playing? Seashell Baked, welcome in. Will I ever get first again? Maybe. Maybe. The Magic Black 8 Ball says maybe. What is it called? A Magic Ball? Magic. How's everyone doing today on this wonderful Thursday? I will say already, I am... this Thursday has already sucked just because the snow. There's a ton of snowfall, and yeah, I had to get up pretty early and just like help shovel some snow, and that was never fun. I don't like having to shovel snow, especially when it's still in the middle of snowing too, right? But it is what it is. But yeah, what's everyone up to right now? How's your guys' Thursday coming along? Are you guys also in a snowy place? Cecil Baked, you're in Michigan, right? So you might be getting some snow right now. Oh. Anyone on the Arena side? I'm apologizing already, but like apparently I can't get you guys on screen anymore. I'm gonna have to figure out a solution to that, or I'm just gonna have to wait for the X stuff to kind of fix itself. But yeah, it's currently our challenge of the day is that we need to be able to find a way to put Arena chat on the screen. But either way, if you guys say anything important, I'll make sure to relay it onto the stream. Backaches from bending over with this painting. Going to finish color in on them. Then I'm done for the day. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I kind of have a little bit. I don't want to say I have a sore back, but I'm like, unfortunately, whenever they make shovels for people, they don't account for people who are a little bit taller, right? So I feel like whenever you're shoveling snow, especially for me and like Mikey, we're kind of tall people, so we kind of have to bend over a little bit and like put a little bit more effort into it. I'm sure that's for everyone too, but I feel like for taller people, it might be a little bit more effort. No snow here, but it's been raining all day. Fair enough. Fair enough. Are you a big fan of the rain? Would you rather have rain or snow? I feel like that's a pretty easy question to answer. I'm very 50-50 about rain. Sometimes I'm like I get afraid of the flood and whatnot. It's not a very frequent issue, but you know, I have seen some like bad I've seen some bad rain floods. Oh yeah. There was oh man, I don't know when it was. There was a couple years ago in my city, like the water got so bad where like somehow the sewer system like it got over flooded. So like the water was just going through the streets, and like there was people who were like, I mean like it was gross as hell, granted, but like there were people who were like going through the city streets on canoes, and I'm like it's a funny visual, but at the same point I'm like that's nasty. That's massively nasty to see someone swimming through potential like sewage waste. I'm not too sure the sewage waste like from maybe there wasn't as much sewage waste, but at the same point I still wouldn't want to chance it. Snow here in Michigan, I'd rather have rain. Fair enough. Fair enough. I prefer rain as I can still get out as long as not too much. Fair enough. That was kind of an issue today. Was we were looking at like, you know, the roads were not so good for us right now, so we had to just kind of wait for, you know, the snow plowmen to come and do their thing. Oh, and sometimes they can be pretty slow unless you're on a very busy street. Oh, just trying to get the neck cracks in. Oh. Oh yeah, we're gonna be back into Infinite Wealth today. I was thinking about doing some Resident Evil today because we have there's a Resident Evil event coming on today. So it wouldn't be, to be honest, I was kind of thinking about maybe doing like a little bit of Yakuza and maybe a little bit of Resident Evil, but I didn't really download the game yet, so we'll have to see with that. I think next week we'll start Resident Evil Revelations. Uh, Clear Obscure, I'm still unsure if I want to continue on stream or if I just want to like maybe do it for recording. I'm kind of unsure how to fit that into my schedule at the moment. Once I finish Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I feel like I could probably maybe swing into Clear Obscure a little bit better because that game's going to require a lot more time too. But I do want to play more of Clear Obscure. By the way, I'm on Chapter 4 in Pirate Yakuza. The finale is the last one. Wait, when you say the finale is the last one, how many like chapters are there? Is it just 5 chapters and then like the fifth chapter is a finale? Let me put on Like a Dragon, by the way. Tushar Bashatra. I don't know if I said your name right, but anyway, welcome in on the YouTube side. How are you doing today? Yeah, Chapter 5. Okay, that game, is it a long game? It feels like that. I feel like that one and the Kuryu one, the one where he's a secret agent. I feel like those ones have been kind of a little bit shorter. Which I mean, I don't mind. I kind of like having, an easy to go through game, but at the same time, I'm like, don't cut it down too much. Don't mess with the formula. That's not what I want them to do. Oh my. There's a new NVIDIA update I had to install, so there might actually be some like visual improvements. I don't know if it'll be visible on stream, but because the way DLSS got improved, the game might look slightly better. I'm not too sure. We'll be seeing it at the same time. Like a Dragon, I enjoy playing because there's more mini games to play, different classes to max out on, and different teammates. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna hit different strides for different people, right? Like that one, I guess the having like a group that's constantly around you, so you're not constantly running through the streets by yourself, and like, it's a lot better. It feels like feels more homey. It feels more comforting. I feel like, yeah, where you can have actual like teammates that just have random dialogue that you can listen to, and all the bonding that comes with it. Alright, let me make sure the game is... Oh wait, no, I did have okay. I wasn't sure if I had it on or not. So I did Dondoko Island. We have $660,000 in this game now. We have $523,000 because I think I bought some weapons. So that will be a fun time. To actually like have money to mess around with. These goofy guys. But doing the Sujimon and Dondoko is holding me back. That's eventually I have to finish those. Honestly, Dondoko is not that hard once you spend like you gotta spend like a couple hours in it, but once you spend that time, I feel like it gets easier and easier. It is a lot of waiting though, but I think that's the worst part about it is it's just a lot of waiting. Waiting till the next day and whatnot. Yeah, let me see. Meet Karen at the nighttime. So is it nighttime? Also, I think I was gonna do this first. I think I wanted to do one instance of this just to see what I could get. So we might do that actually. Just because, if we're pretty overpowered now, I think we can spare it. Challenge the dungeon. Let's do it. Oh yeah, we can easily do this one. Let's do it. Fair enough. I'll give you a try after fall episode 5 today. Oh, you haven't watched? You should. That one's gonna be a really good episode. Streets of Baked. Actually, I think this episode was probably the best episode of the season. I don't know if that counts as a spoiler or anything, but like, I love this season has been awesome. And I think anyone who's critiquing the show in a negative light deserves to have their tongue. No, I'm joking. I'm not King Charles or no. I'm not whoever the king is who just takes out people's tongues or whatever. Why did I go to tongue ripping? It's all the king documentaries I'm listening to. The history of kings. Oh, there's nothing here. Okay. Do. Hello, friends. I haven't seen it yet. I avoided TikTok and their spoilers. Oh yeah, no worries. I know the importance of you know, keep it spoiler free. You don't want to hear any complaint from me. But yeah, it's just no high claim. I'm watching it tonight with my hubby. Nice. It's cool how many people have been able to get into like the Fallout series now. I think I was saying it yesterday, but I'm like this. It's a lot easier to convince people to try out the series when you have a TV show that people can just kind of easily watch and like kind of get the vibe of it and whatnot. And the fact that they're doing a good job on it makes me even happier. Go cry to your mama. Why did these guys say that to me? And who's Mr. Brown? Hit him. By the way, I just learned that you can arrest people in this game. And arresting people in this game is incredibly overpowered. I don't know if you've ever utilized arresting people with CISO Baked, but it is actually crazy powerful. Most powerful enemies you can just kind of just take to the ground and immediately just yeah, put them in jail. I did it a few times. I did it once or twice, and it kind of helped me in a couple like tight spots. It's a little bit cheap though. That's the only thing I was like trying to avoid using it for, was I felt like it was a little bit cheap. What, you got a problem? No, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hardy Brar, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a solid Thursday. Hopefully not too much snow. I think I always like forget where people the temperature is. I'm like, you probably said it before, but I don't think you have snow very often, right? I'm gonna start the Souls game. Ooh, those should be fun ones. Which one do you think you're gonna start with on the Souls games? Right now, I'm actually currently going through Dark Souls 3. I've been doing that as like an offline game, like help me chill out and mellow out. Yep, that's the type of game I mellow out with. No, it's mostly because I already know that game like the back of my hand, so I'm pretty... It's pretty fun just going through the game, already being pretty powerful and whatnot. Well, that's... You want to go down there, I don't. Elden Ring because it's the easiest, so I'll be moving from easy to hard. Fair enough, fair enough. I always say Dark Souls 1 would be the easiest, but like... At the same point, might be the nostalgia cloud in my mind. In terms of the gameplay might be a little bit hard to get used to because it's a little bit more stiff compared to like Elden Ring. But Elden Ring has its hard moments too, though. Like, I don't know if you've heard anything about the Elden Ring DLC, but like the Elden Ring DLC is probably some of the hardest in like the franchise. Not to spoil anything about the DLC. They love making their DLC incredibly hard though. I think it's because they know people are going to be like overpowered by that point. She's so baked. Have you ever played a Souls game, or have you ever given it a whirl? Ew. How did that miss? That shouldn't have missed. By the way, this is just helping me get my money back. I love getting my money. Okay. I'm trapped like a hamster. I'm trying to get BG3. Ooh. BG3 is a really good one, actually. Well, actually, I haven't played it, but like, from all accounts, from what I've heard other people say, it seems like it's really good. I think me and my like younger brother, not MCG, we both wanted to give that one a go. Proceed to the next floor. But unfortunately, I'm like, there's so many RPGs I have to play right now where I'm like, BG3, unfortunately, is, I feel like it's one of those long ones where it'll be hard to commit some time to it. I like that it's like a co-op game though. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna play it on PS5 instead. Ooh. Shadow of the Erdtree? I've never played any of the Souls games. If you have access to Dark Souls Remaster, I mean, like, I feel like that's a really good one for just getting the basics of the game down, right? Just like, the only thing is, you know, I don't know. Because like, I don't know how people feel about going back to harder games versus starting at the hardest game and going on to like the newest one, right? For me, I always like going through the hardest to like the newest one first, right? No, when I say hardest, I mean like, I always like to go through in order of release date, right? As much as I can try to do that. There's some exceptions to the rule. Either way, you'll be having a good experience with any of them. I feel like Elden Ring, they definitely made it so it's a little bit more like better for like the mainstream audience to be able to get a hold of. There's a lot more easy ways to get yourself more powerful compared to some of the earlier like Dark Souls games. Granted, like, if you know the game like the back of your hand, you can always abuse it. How hard are Sekiro and Neo? Neo, I don't have an idea for, but like from what I understand, Neo is incredibly hard. Apparently, there's some moments where like Neo gets very, I don't want to say tanky, but, like, there's gonna be a lot of times when you're just gonna be having to be stuck parrying over and over again. Sekiro, I think, is a lot more balanced, and like Sekiro, in my opinion, is one of the better Souls games for sure. I guess it's not a Souls game; it's a Souls-like, but like, when I played Sekiro last year, I thought that was probably one of the better games I played on stream. And that game's only like 18 gigs. To be honest, having a game in this day and age, or that was on like the Xbox One. It was on the Xbox One, and it was pretty much like an 18 gig game. It's amazing to me. Painting is done for today. Still 9 colors to do. Now though, it's time to chill and watch the stream. Nice. Now you can watch me play volleyball. Ooh. Ooh. Why didn't they have volleyball in this? Does Hawaii play volleyball? I'm assuming there's a volleyball court on in Hawaii. Maybe it's not a big thing in like Japanese culture. Which Souls games made you suffer the most and rage the... Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 by far had some... I love Dark Souls 2, but at the same point, there's a lot of flaws in Dark Souls 2. I typically try and do every single boss in the Dark Souls games when I play them. Dark Souls 2 is the only game where I avoided doing some bosses. I think that's one of those games where I said, fuck this, I'm not... Because there's a... I don't want to spoil anything for Dark Souls 2, but... Dark Souls 2 is kind of like the black sheep of the series, right? Where, you know, I'm sure you probably have heard like the memes about it, where it's... You know, Dark Souls 1 and 3 are like the better ones to play. And then Dark Souls 2 is just... you know... It has its odd quirks, but at the same time it does a lot of like interesting things that the other, you know, there's a lot of things that it does that the other Dark Souls games never come back to. There's some things that people were like, wow, they had it in Dark Souls 2 and then they never had it again in another series, and I'm like, it's involving some of the weapon skills. I'm pretty sure in like Dark Souls 2, the way you can dual wield weapons is a lot different from every other one. Apparently there's different movesets for the dual wielding versus like how the rest of the franchise handles it. Lot of interesting stuff. I'm sure there's more details, but unfortunately I don't really know all the intricate bits. Let me see. But yeah, I'd say Dark Souls 2 for sure made me rage out the most. I will say though, even though it's not an official like FromSoft game, Black Myth Wukong was annoying the hell out of me too. I still have never finished Black Myth Wukong. Alright, well, my defense isn't gonna matter when I hit you with the bat, bud. I love volleyball, but not with the hard ball because it's gonna hurt my hands. Actually, I did like playing volleyball with the hard ball. Unfortunately, I'm like... the only way I could actually play it was like... It wasn't like grade school, and it was in like a gym. So it wasn't really like you can't really do diving moves on the fucking hard like gym floor. Like, unfortunately, it just doesn't really... As much as the teachers probably wanted us to do that, I'm like, I'm fine. If it was like a sandy surface, it would be a little bit better to like actually go and like dive for like a, you know, a ball that kind of gets out of bounds. Maybe not out of bounds, but like within the perimeter. Perimeter. 1 minute. I need to get the Google up on that. I missed volleyball on track. Man, I'll be honest, I hated running. I don't know if it's because I don't even know if I have asthma or not, to be honest. That's probably one of those things I should check. But like, there's a ton of people in my family that have asthma, so I'm like, I feel like I don't know if it's a genetic thing, but you know, I'm sure there's something in there. But yeah, I've always hated running, frankly. I think it's because I'm a big guy too. I'm like, I feel like running as a big guy is kind of, I don't want to say more difficult, but maybe a little bit more challenging. I was good at both in middle and high school. Yeah. I was not into the sports at all, like in school. I liked wrestling, but I never actually went into like the high school wrestling. I broke my wrist in like the first year, and then after the first year of like high school, I was like, I wasn't really wanting to be like a second. I didn't want to join a team in like the second year, and I don't know. I had some weird thinking. I just don't enjoy sports all that much. They're fun, but I'm like, I'm just not interested in enough in them. It would help if I actually enjoyed like a hockey or something, just so it's a, you know, I just have something that's like an easy thing to talk to about people with. There's a lot of people who just love to talk sports, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm excluded from those combos. I'm a sports person myself. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't really care to follow all like the behind the scenes, like, you know, the roster changes and the drafts and whatnot. Then there will be like weird calls from refs where I'm like, okay, well, you know, there's human mistakes being made in judgment calls, right? There's just a lot of thoughts I have on organized sports where I'm like, there's too many like iffy points where I'm like, I can't really enjoy it. All the, I don't know. I can't enjoy sports for what it is, truly. Unless it's sports entertainment with WWE, in which case I will greatly enjoy it. I was a noob because there was a guide for me and I just stood there and never moved to hit the ball and waited instead, and always kept confusing myself with other teammates' turn, and that's why I was the weakest in my final year. Were you going around like challenging other like schools? Were you ever on like the school team? Or were you only just playing against like other schoolmates? You see, ever since I added MP absorption, like there's a way I could leech MP from these characters now, and it's just been helping with keeping my characters. I don't have to like use any items nowadays. It's actually saving me a lot of money. Because like, look, I get 12 MP now. Boom, boom, boom. I was playing with my schoolmates, fair. Was anyone a drama student? That's something I'm like, I always look back on and I'm like, should have gone into drama. I took an art class and I had a guy who was more of a, I think he was like more of a religion teacher than he was an art teacher, but they didn't really have art teachers, like enough art teachers, I guess. So the duties just fell upon him. And I will say, I don't know if he was the best judge of art. I wasn't the best student, but he wasn't the best judge of art either. Alright, any area attacks? There you go. We'll just do a nice area attack. I don't even need to use special abilities with these people anymore. You see, this is where I should be like using other jobs and just kind of getting experience for that. This would be the best part to do that at. You seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, the classroom. Alright, so are we done here? Alright, we're done here. Yeah. Just head out now. I don't think I've had to use one healing item yet. I feel like Trump translated a Punjabi song called Trump by Chima Yi made on him and deported many Indians. Not gonna lie, that song is fun, so can you hear it once? Probably not, but I'm like, why Is that a really catchy song? I'm trying to keep it cool with the political talk right now, but I'm like, despite the circumstances. I didn't know they had some viral song go on. I feel like he's just been going across all the boards, just, you know, deporting people. Ooh. Definitely not a fun time right now with what's going on. Yeah, just bounce him into him. Is there a music video to go with that too? How much money do we got now? We're getting our money back. We're starting to get to a place where we have infinite wealth. Yes, we'll help him out. I was hoping that this was going to give us more crystals that we can manage around with. But no lava crystals. There you go. Is he not gonna be charmed? Are all these boss enemies not charmable? I'm sure that's probably just the case. Kasuga. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the Dondoko beam. I guess we'll do knockout combo. The song mentioned the border wall and the main theme was Trump can't stop Jetsons. Forget the randoms, but he forgot us in the end, and that song was filmed in America itself. Nice music video, by the way. Oh, I'll put it on my list of things to check out. Let me have that written down here. Well, it's a pretty easy thing to just remember. But Chima. You don't understand it, but it's not that famous outside of India either. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm sure it has a catchy tune to it though. Or is it just is it more lyrical in nature? Ghost Knight, welcome in the Ghost Knight. Right now we're just going around a dungeon just beating up random people. I knew you were gonna hydrate. Unfortunately my drink is in the fridge right now, cooling. So are you gonna make me go through the effort of going to get it, or can I appropriately get it in like a couple minutes? Alright. I'll just put it on auto battle for a second, and then I'll blur the face cam. You guys can see this go on. No, I'm gonna do it right now. I got it. Also, face cam makes the stream lag, so Oh, wait, one minute. Okay, I thought the face cam was not unblurring for some reason. Added to watch later. Yeah, let me see. I will add it to the watch later. Writing it down never works for me. Oh my god, is that Johnny Knoxville and Joe Rogan? I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I watched the video for a second and he's already like splashing the sheriff with water. This poor sheriff. No. I'm sure he appreciates the water. I get it whenever. It's like summer weather in LA. It's cure my seasonal depression. Oh, water? I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I take a comically large sip and I'm like, it's not an enjoyable sip. Yeah, that's a proper sip. That's also, by the way, 99% proof vodka in there. So, no, I'm joking. That'd be horrible. You know, that would probably be the baseline for like what an alcoholic does. I would not want to be known as an alcoholic. I'll give it to him. It's like summer weather in LA. It's cured my seasonal depression. That's nice. That's nice. Right, I woke up and it was like, you know, at least like I don't know if it's like 4 inches or 3 inches, but too much snow. There was a lot of snow and I had to fucking shovel a bunch of stuff out because our walkways were just completely blocked. So that was fun. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. The thing is, like, it sucks when you're... Man, there'll be times when I'm in the middle of shoveling, and it'll start snowing again, and I'm like, what's the point of me shoveling? Why are you gonna do this again if you're not gonna, you know, just stop for an hour, like, stop for the day. Just have one snowfall. But, I digress. Am I scared? You're asking the wrong person. I have my fucking button, my red button ready here. Let's get nutty. Yep, Dondoko Island's gonna fucking blast you with a laser. US military, nobody wants to fuck with Ishiban right now. Wait a minute. How did that not kill him? Alright. Kill him, please. There you go, perfect. AQI in India is 800 plus, by the way, so it was better to film in other weather instead. Wait, when you say 800 plus, like, does that mean, oh, the air quality? I was trying to figure out what AQI meant. Is it visible on camera to see the air quality like that? That's the thing, like, India does have some crazy, like, air quality issues. Didn't China have, like, a lot of bad issues, too, until, like, a couple years ago? Or are they just covering that up? I'm sure everyone does a little bit of covering up, but, like... I thought somehow China, like, cleaned up their air somehow, like, suspiciously pretty fast. I might be wrong, though. I might be just thinking of, like, one region. There was a creep hiding inside. Alright, time to play creep. Oh, Callahan. Alright, Callahan. Yes! I like being able to kill a boss in like one turn. That was a very nice moment for us. India and US have democracy full of corrupts. Yeah, I feel like it's an issue of a lot of governments at the moment. I think there's always some like, there's always minor forms of like corruptness that get through, I feel. Like right now, like Canada, there's always going to be like, I'm sure the issue right now is like, in Canada is that some people have stock in like some of the, you know, the grocery stores, or like, you know, they probably own property, so they probably want to keep property prices up and whatnot. But like, there's always like people who are in the government but for their own like intentions. They're like, if we can take down one bill that can make us a little bit more money, then you know, that'll be a good point for our democracy, apparently. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If people vote for those people, I mean, like, it's up to those guys to, you know, hold them responsible. Oh. I think if you get into politics inherently, you're just, there's a part of you that's just slightly kind of maybe like slightly just dead, or just, I don't want to say evil, but I don't know. It's a very nasty world, politics. Let's go. Oh no, it's a very tough enemy. It's Pac-Man. I don't know why he reminds me of Pac-Man, but he does. What's the current big issue going on in like the India right now, Hurdy? I don't really know like a lot of like, I guess, the international politics over there. I'm sure they're like instead of like just corruptness. I'm sure there's like a myriad of issues everywhere, but it always makes me... I'm happy hearing about every other issue except for like America's issues. Because America fucking... They just flood the media with their shit. I'm like, there needs to be a little bit of shine on everyone else too. Come on. Can I buy you a puppy? Is that a good gift to have from like a fan? Is him just buying you a puppy? Here, I'm just gonna give you a burden to take care of an animal. Battery storm. Is he supposed to be a stress ball? Is that why his name's a stress tester? Don't do it. Someone else follow it up, please. There you go. Ooh, 27,000. I was ignoring this entire time. This is a very useful dungeon. I should have not been forgetting about this. Yeah, let's go to the next floor. Suppression helmet. What does the suppression helmet really do? Does it make things quieter for you? Hello, it's more friends. Oh, it's Grover. I don't know, Grover has backup. That's not good. That's not good. Ever since I read those files, I feel like US is more corrupted because it's hard to trust when both Trump and Epstein have a link with a touchy world, starting from our weather. Meanwhile, India on the other hand, that some random Indian minister said when is inedible, just lay down and enjoy it, and instead of stopping him, others laughed. Yeah, that's that's fucked. That's actually like completely fucked. What, like, what's so, is it really that hard for people just to be like morally like not corrupt? Like, I can't, I'm like, there's no way, like, I'm genuinely like, what? I hear things like that and I'm like, is he fucking twirling his mustache in his pastime too? Is he just like I don't know, some people don't live in the 21st century, they live in, you know, fantasy land. Dark, weird fantasy land, I mean. If I watch any sports event, it's usually biking, snowboarding, or Ninja Warrior. Ooh, Ninja Warrior's, I haven't actually checked that out in a long time. But, biking... isn't there like, is it the one big one in France that always happens? What is it, the Tour de... Oh, I'm bad with knowing the, Tour de France, there you go. Also, the person on the YouTube side, 1 minute, let me, get back to you right there. Ooh, Dragoni. I don't know what that means, unfortunately. Ballerina, Cappuccino. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. I don't know what these comments mean, unfortunately. But thank you on the YouTube side for the chat. You know, hopefully I entertained you with your tra-la-la-la-la-la. Wait, is he infatuated? How is he infatuated with him? Oh, is he gonna get me with a back attack? That was a really good back attack. Ooh, we got all the jobs to level 30, or at least 7 jobs. So, congratulations, that's a nice little pat on the back for us. Yeah, Tour de France. Yeah. Are you a big fan of, like, do you always tune into Tour de France when it comes on? When is that? What time of the year is that usually at? When is the prime season for biking? I would assume it would be like the spring or the summertime, right? These perverts. I don't even know how to say the guy's name, to be honest. Mina? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I love how like some ratings company had to look at that and be like, yeah, that's technically allowed to be in a game. Is having this guy just going around flashing people. Very nice. Skateboarding is fun to watch. Skateboarding is fun to watch. Terrifying to think about though. Whenever I see someone like, whenever I see a skateboarder go down the ramp, I'm not the ramp, but like the half pipe. It is horrifying to look at. I don't know why. I always get like the secondhand fear from that. Where I'm like, man, imagine if you just like slip off the board or something and you just fucking eat concrete. Actually, there's times when I have ambition of being a skateboarder, then I'm like, wait a minute. Probably should never get on a board. As long as I'm over like a certain amount of weight, I probably should not be on a skateboard. Certain weight and certain height. I feel like if you're a little bit shorter, you're a little bit destined to be a skateboarder. Then again, I feel like... How tall is Tony Hawk? For some reason I have an idea... Maybe he's a little bit shorter than I think he is. I have it in my mind that if you're shorter, then you can probably skateboard a little bit better. Or is it a little bit better, easier to control the board? If you want to see Trump's pictures of Epstein's girls, then I can share them in their Discord image, but once all those photos are released, Trump's government is cooked because Trump did so much shit with yeah, I don't know if I want the pictures in my Discord. I don't know if I want their Discord being, you know, tainted by that, but... I'll take your word for it. But yeah, that's fucking... Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. That is if, you know, accountability actually is a thing. That's always the big if you have to ask Hurdy. There's always gonna be some crowd out there that tries to cheer on the means justify, or like the end justifies the means kind of mentality, which is not, you know, so good to constantly be on board with. There's a little bit of like, you know, your own moral like questioning you have to do every once in a while. All right, we'll help him out. More corrupt cops just beating up on citizens here. This is not a good dungeon. And they're teaming up with fucking clowns too. Alright, well. We're gonna flirt with the cops here. Ooh! Look at that. The clown's on our side. Yo, GTA HK, welcome in on the arena side. How are you doing? Thank you for the follow. And anyone else on the arena side who's also popping in too. Ugh, politics. Yeah. With that said, I'm like, let's keep the politics a little bit done now. At least in terms of like, you know, the Epstein stuff. We'll tone it down for now. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say on it. That might be added any like added value to anything. Alright, juggle. Oh, it's supposed to be a juggalo. Sometimes I'm dumb for a second and I can't. I don't understand what like the name's supposed to be. If it's too much for Discord, then I shouldn't send there some reels with funny songs, but anyways, no more politics anymore. Yeah. I always like to try and keep all like the I never want to put in like the chat rules like no politics, just because, you know, sometimes there's some like, you know, fun politics things to talk about, but it's always hard to like kind of mediate what like you're like yeah, sometimes you're like, I don't know how much value you can actually add to a conversation that someone else hasn't already said. I always defer to someone else's opinion on some politic matters. If it's too much for... Oh, I already read that. Also, DGH, welcome in on the arena side as well. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, gamble machines. Passion fruit. I don't think I've ever had passion fruit, but for some reason I don't think it would, I don't know why, I feel like I wouldn't be into it. Is that judging it just a little bit too early? Is anyone here a fan of passion fruit? Also, if you have reels you want to share, you can always share them in the Discord. I'm sure there'll always be someone who will be interested in checking out something. I could have sworn I heard like enemy voices. Is there like a secret place where I can, you know, get to? Next floor, please. Alright. Just 2 more we need to go for. Also, let me just heal my characters up. Doom Dizzle! Mr. Doom Dizzle! Dizzity. I don't know why I added that. But Doom Dizzle, welcome in. Hopefully the Dying Light went well. Hopefully you were able to find your car. And, you know, the car wasn't hard to find. But Raiders, right now we're currently going through a dungeon in Like a Dragon. And after this dungeon, we're going to be getting onto some story mode. I did it, I finished it. Now you can go on to Dying Light 2, the greatest Dying Light of all time. Did one of the endings at least. Oh, okay, nice. Hopefully it was the good ending. Did you stop yourself from getting infected? Is that at all one of the endings at all? I'm pretty sure you're infected by the end of the game anyway. Either way, you know, maybe I shouldn't spoil the game for people who want to play Dying Light. Guys, just forget I said anything about Dying Light. I'm gonna go right into the beast, I think. Fair enough. Dying Light 2, honestly, I still want to play Dying Light 2, but I don't know exactly if it's... A lot of people have given it, like, its criticism. I still gotta play Dead Island 2, though. You were mentioning that on stream and how it had, like, a very good zombie break-apart physics. And, MCG, he played it, too, and he was saying the same thing, too. At some point, I'll have to go through a bunch of zombie games. I got super infected. Oh, okay, so yeah, it goes right into Beast then. Fair enough. And maybe ate a fan. Ooh. Hopefully they were all adults. Hopefully you didn't eat like a, you know, a family that had kids in it. Hopefully you're like some morally justified zombie. You're a zombie, but you have morals. You don't eat kids. Come on, there's gotta be some point where you tone down the evilness. Oh, well. Run on home to mama. All these insults these guys are gonna throw to us. And you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna dance on you. We're gonna catwalk my worries away. Hey, Monkey coming in with the Doom Raid. Happy to be here. Yo, Stop Me Smee. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well today. Hopefully you're What have you been up to recently, Smee? Have you been playing any cool games? Appreciate the daily funkin'. Your funky coin will be dispensed to you, and you will now have 3 coins. I need like a dispenser noise for the funky. Well, maybe not. There could be some moments where it just goes on forever. If I just have a dispenser noise and you just hear a coin drop. I'll have to think about it. I'm not gonna fall in love with you. Alright, let's go with Battery Storm. What do you think you're gonna be doing the rest of your day, Doom Dizzle? Shake down. I got a 7. Ooh. You get 3 of those 7s in a row and you get a nice payday. Not the chocolate bar. Actually, maybe the chocolate bar. Depending on what the casino can afford. Scumbag. Merry Christmas. Oh. We should have played this on Christmas, this game. I didn't know Infinite Wealth was a Christmas game. Okay. Okay. That's messed up. Please work. Probably gonna chill in games, support the stream. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. That is good, that is good. What's your current offline grind game? Are you still on Kingdom Come Deliverance, or is it another grind game at the moment? Right now, for me, it's Dark Souls 3. Fall New Vegas and Dark Souls 3, where I'm just kind of switching between them. Oh, Dark Souls always has to be somewhere. If I don't keep my Dark Souls skills intact, then it'll be very sad when I play the next Dark Souls game and I'm like completely just, you know, rusty. Nice, nice, nice. I like how the cops and the perverts here are teaming up together. I'm not gonna say anything else about that. Yo, Ovaltine, welcome in. How are you doing, Ovaltine? Ovaltine, have you been playing Infinite Wealth? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the you said you were playing that, right? Are we at the dungeon? Oh, we're at the dungeon. So we're done with Dondoko now. We've made it a 5-star island. So the only time we'll ever go to Dondoko is whenever we need like a payday for like $8,000, which I'm gonna be honest, there's a couple of these battles that are just paying us $8,000 by itself, so I should just be grinding these from now on. Yes, I do, Domenico's. You're the man who wanted me to go down a hill with a sled, correct? You wanted me to do some sledding. I've done anything on yeah, honestly, Dondoko, I haven't. I finished it and I'm like, okay, I'm never going back to the island again. I converted all the Dondoko bucks to USD in this game, and now we're good. Yeah, that's me, brother. How have you been doing, Domenico's? Have you been playing any interesting games in the past little while? Or are you still on the sledding game? I'm definitely working through Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Man, it sucks to say, but I have it deleted from my hard drive again. I just have, unfortunately, there's too many games that are just over 80 gigs now, where I'm like, okay, I can't really just keep, until I buy a new SSD, I can't keep a recreational game on my hard drive until, like, when I say recreational, I can keep, like, smaller games, but, you know, the bigger recreational games I'm not playing on stream, they're a little bit hard to justify. Honestly, I've been playing more, like, Xbox games off stream just because the simplicity and whatnot. That and I'm driven for those achievements. On my gravestone, I want it to be said that I had over 50,000 gamer score on Xbox. That would be a highlight. Adolescents, well, let me see. I need to read on the tutorials again. That's the worst, is when you you don't have like the tutorials anymore to go through, and you're like, okay, well, this is still a pretty important part of the game, and now I don't have any way to kind of read up on it again. That's when you just kind of, yeah, you just watch some videos and you're like, okay, how do I just set up a 5-star Dondoko Island? I feel like that's fair to do. Dalton sucks and you smell like sugar cookies with love. I wish I'd smelled like sugar cookies with love. Unfortunately, I probably smell like cold sweat from going outside and shoveling snow. That's what I did right before stream, but like, I probably don't smell like sweat, but you know, there might be a hint of it. Man, that makes me smell, but that makes me seem real bad right now. But typo, welcome in. I'm here and there, but I'm have to pick up my son from school. Enjoy picking up your son from school. Hopefully you don't have to drive through a massive like snow blizzard or anything like that. Are you at all in like a snowy state, typo? I don't know if I've heard of you know, have snow over there. Aha. Nope, nope, I'm gonna push you into your friend here. Nope. Go. Your friend is the one who wants to see you. Driving the snowmobile to get my kid. Yep. You have a little sled behind you on the snowmobile too, where you can just drag him along. That's the way to do it. You just have him going through every little bump on the road. He's just like flying up, and you have to stop the snowmobile and let him get back on the little sled. It's just the way, you know, God intended, or whoever designed the snowmobile. I just attribute it to God because I feel like snowmobile is a pretty heavenly device. What a great thing to have. Having said that, I've never driven a snowmobile. Has anyone here driven a snowmobile? I was playing Sonic Racing just now. There's DLC that you can drive as Kasuga. Yeah, you see, I've been saying I want to play Sonic Racing because I'm pretty sure I've heard that there's going to be like another DLC pack too with more characters. So, you know, Sonic Racing is definitely on my list. I've been waiting for like a good like a kart racing game for PC, and I feel like, yeah, I don't know if there's any other person besides Sonic who's doing a really good like alternative kart racing game. I'm sure there are examples I'm missing out on, but at the moment I can't really think of anyone that's really competing too much with Mario Kart. Get in on this. You're gonna cry? Haven't put much time into it, but I like the Sonic Racing. Oh, Sonic Racing, you can't go wrong with it. I like the Sonic game from like 2 Sonics ago. Sonic, what is it called? All-Star Racing? That one was good. And then there was the one in between Sonic All-Star Racing and the current one that was not really well received, I'm pretty sure. He shot me. You're right, monkey. Always. No, I'm joking. I'm not always right, but you know, I will claim that I'm always right as soon as I get one answer right. Part of my Netflix or New Vegas VOD got copyright muted. Man, it's those damn radios. You can turn off the at least for me in Fallout 4, I can like turn off the radios, or like I can turn off music, and for some reason the some of the radios will still play music even though I have the music option off. So I have to go around individually turning off like any radio that's still playing in the overworld. So sorry for the NPCs who wanted to hear music, but my guy's just a he's a curmudgeon. He just, anytime he hears a radio in a settlement, he just fucking goes and turns it off. I'm pretty sure in some of the older Fallout games, I thought you could get attacked for doing that. Oh, so I like how I can just put it on autoplay when I just want to talk for a second. keeps me being able to just focus. More turn-based games need the ability where you can just, you know, have the game be played for yourself. Honestly, yeah, isn't that the rise of AI is gonna let you do that? Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and let the game play itself. That's the apex of gaming. That's like the peak moment. Sexophobia, welcome in. Who are you? A sexophobe? Are you not a believer of sex? I'm gonna be honest. There's millions of generations of people on this planet that might be that might be against that, technically speaking. Well, welcome in, sexophobe. I like your name. Microsoft and Nvidia CEOs want us to stop calling it slop. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm like, until you fix the sloppiness of it, I mean, people are gonna keep calling it slop, unfortunately. Well, you know what's funny is these tech guys, they don't understand what is it called, the Streisand effect, where it's like, you ask the public to stop calling it slop, and you're like, yeah, that's gonna work. What they have to do is they have to do like a smarter method where they kind of just like, they either have to hijack the word themselves and like just, you know, start using slop in a term where we just, you know, don't want to use slop anymore, or I don't know. It's like just coming outright and just saying stop calling us slop is like, you know, like yeah, the bullying always stops when the teacher, you know, tells the kid to stop, right? Like it's not gonna work like that. I'm sorry. Now, if they made it, I mean, that'd be dependent on like free speech laws. But like, now if they made it illegal to bad speak AI, I would be like, that'd be a little bit like, be very questionable. I think anyone who tries to do that would be like, out of their fucking mind. The whole tech thing seems pointless. It's not solving any real issue unless people are the problem. Yeah, man, I mean, like, I know the recent thing, too, that people have been getting mad about was, I mean, there's a lot of things people getting mad about recently, but, like, in particular, like, one of the smaller things that I'm, like, taking issue with, like, Gmail introducing AI to, like, help you filter your emails. I'm like, I don't need fucking AI in my email. I'm like, I've had, unfortunately, maybe some of the older people do, or some of the guys who fall for the, you know, the scams that always show up in the email folder need it, the AI, but I'm like, do you need to really enforce it on everybody? Like, you should let me opt out of it. That's the big thing, is like, there should be more, like, opting out of some of those, like, AI features, but at the same point, like, they have they have all the contracts that say, we're gonna be allowed to use whatever information you give us, so it's like we signed up for it. Even if we disagree with it now, but we signed up with it. And now we're getting scrubbed of our information. We already have email filters and they just force it over things that already exist. It's like someone just needs an additional pat on the back, right? And they're like, it's someone reinventing a feature that already existed and just adding like the AI term to it just so, you know, CEOs or like stockholders get excited about it. At least that's how it feels like. Somehow everyone who has money in stock holding is excited about the word AI. Cam. Oh, sorry. I took a second. I was like looking at my cam. I'm like, did my cam freeze? I'm like, oh, you're talking about DJ Cam with the hot dogs. I'm like, I do like seeing the hot dogs from DJ Cam. Those are very impressive, honestly. Oh, enjoy your torture. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Beautiful. That's what I do with my pen. Oh, the twirling. Yeah, I think man, I think I had one bad encounter with my pen exploding, and I was like, okay, well, I'm never doing that with my pen again. Honestly, my pen has only ever exploded in like in my pocket. There's been times when I had a pen explode in my pocket, but like the only time it ever actually truly exploded was like when I did the finger thing with it once. And I was like, okay, well, maybe this is a sign that maybe I should be fucking around in class. Didn't stop me, but it was a good attempt. Can't move a muscle, huh? Well, guess what? I'm gonna Giga Swig. Giga Swing. The bleeding won't stop! Alright, keep going. Alright, come on. These guys got evil red energy. It's because they stole my bento. I've never had a bento box before. Maybe I wanted him to steal it. What is the bento box again? Isn't it like just a combination of like rice and like veggies and like I'm sure there's some meat in there. That's like 99% of the dishes. Oh, it's a combination of meat, veggies, and rice. They just do it in a specific order. They just keep them in cute little cubes and they call them bento boxes. Did we do every place? Yeah, we did every place. We can go on. Alright, so we're in an hour and a half in this stream, and I promised that we're going to do the main story. Once we finish off this dungeon, the main story will not, you know, no one will stop us. The story will be televised. Well, not on TV, unfortunately, on stream here. Come on. It will be a good workout. I'm just gonna keep using my random, like, regular attacks. I feel like my regular attacks and my other attacks, they kind of end battle in the same way. Alright, I take that back. I am gonna do this. What the hell is that view? Oh no. What is this? At least he tried to help him. I mean, I know we're technically in the middle of a battle with them, but he did try and help. Urine, I'm gonna hit you with a bat. Or a bicycle. Alright, where's the bouncer? You can't attack me, that's good now. Alright, where's the other guy? I should just arrest him. I don't use the arrest thing more as much as I should. I'm just gonna do the Dark Souls thing where I just walk behind you and do a backstab. Deal? Oh. I lied. Damn it, I was very close to his back there. 8,000. Do you know that Dying Light Beast did not release a physical version? How many games are releasing physical versions still? Because like, I feel like there is probably a good majority of games that aren't coming to physical no more, right? Do you try and go for physical for as many games as you can? Because I'm gonna be honest, I think you'd have to ask MCG because I haven't bought a game on like a modern generation since, honestly, probably PS4, honestly. It sucks because I think online has killed, like, well, it's mostly because you know, a lot of people were like, you don't get the full content on the disc no more anyway, so you have to always install it from online. So I'm like, well, what's the point? I mean, it's cool to have something on the shelf though. That's where my argument would probably come in. I'm like, I just like having something to look at on the shelf. Most of them, yeah. Anymore, I do, yeah. Games get delisted. Oh yeah, that too. That's also, yeah, that's a huge part. Steam has been pretty good with not removing games from your, like, your inventory so much, but I know there are, like, specific instances where it does happen still. It's cool that there's still people who can, you know, play, like, the Deadpool game, or I'm sure there's a lot more delisted games I'm not thinking of. I'm pretty sure, like, Street Fighter vs. Tekken is another one of those big games that got delisted. Which I'm like, that's kind of crazy. That's like a huge piece of collaborative art, and you can't really play that no more anywhere. One minute. I need to open this. Ooh, a space opera. Okay, someone's gonna have to learn how to use the gun. Oh fuck, this place is huge. I say it's huge and then it's gonna be like the same size as every other floor. Steam has been great about that. After Gabe passes, then I don't know who knows what they'll do. I am very scared to who the successor will be. I'm hoping Gabe isn't like, hopefully there's no traitors in his midst. There's like a last dinner that he has to hold and he has to look out for the guy who's about to grab the bread at the same time as him. Like, Gabe, make sure you watch out for that guy. I don't want some greedy guy getting the company and then immediately making it go public. So many people would lose faith in PC gaming at that point, I feel. I think that would legitimately do a number on like how many users PC gaming would have. I don't know if it would go down exactly, but like I do feel like it would affect them for sure if there was some unpopular you know, characteristics. Alright, this is what we're doing. We're just gonna do this ballroom blitz. Haven't seen this one yet. He's single-handedly, one of you will protect it, will betray me. Yeah, he's just sitting at a table on his beautiful yacht that has a hospital on it. Has a hospital, has a police station, has everything that you really need on a one single yacht. And now I want to go on Gabe's yacht. That's why he's making the steam machine, just so he can make sure he can get everything he wants on that yacht. At least that's what I think. That or he just really hates Windows and he wants to see Windows fucking burn. I don't know. I do feel like there's like a little bit like personal, like, you know, there's some kind of vitriol or something where Gabe doesn't like having to use Windows for everything. The only thing that sucks is like a lot of multiplayer games require it for the security drivers and whatnot. Every time they talk about that Steam box, I'm starting to think more and more that I might want it. But I still want the portable like Steam Deck a little bit more still. Or the Asus ROG Ally X. Both seem like good options. The only reason I want a Steam Deck over like a ROG Ally X is just because I like how the Steam OS is just everything's kind of integrated together. It seems more, I don't want to say premium, but like it seems more thought about. There's more thought put into the OS and whatnot. Versus just putting Windows on a portable device and calling it a day. $200 Robodisc. How many more people do I have to save? Ooh, piece of candy. Aha, it's the king. Nope, items. Yeah, we're good. Let's fight him. But one of them will betray him. I hope not, though. I'm just gonna do catwalk trance. Honestly, the other one didn't really do what I wanted at all. Is there anything I can boost my party with? Alright, what kind of... Oh, I don't have... This guy doesn't have any support weapons. Or skills. Don't buy him, please. My god. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. We're having a wonderful old time with these guys. It's a shame that the Yakuza series on Amazon wasn't the same kind of quality as the Fallout series. You know, it's sad that not every like franchise has their opportunity to have a, you know, the best adaptation. I feel like they could actually do a good. I feel like they could do a good Like a Dragon adaptation if they put their heart into it. Unfortunately, I feel like they always try to either do their own thing or they try and make it too much like the game. And there's definitely a nice balance you need to get. You need the seriousness, but you also need a little bit of the goofiness. Which is probably easier said than done. Ooh, kitchen. Alright, okay, that's it. I don't need geodes anymore. I'm more onto the crystal part now. You guys did not look like that a second ago. Face my wrath. Alright, did not work. Guy sounded like a dog for some reason, I don't know why. He had like a dog yelp kind of feel to him. Just skip. You guys are setting this up too much for me. Just putting this guy in front of me and, you know, let me go ham on his back. Bro, I've almost made $200,000 on this dungeon. This dungeon's way better than having to go through Dondoko Island. How? This place is huge. This place is huge. No. I have no idea what he's seeing. He's like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, it's a lava geode. That's what he was seeing. I wasn't sure what he was talking about. Keep going, keep going. I think we just have one more floor left and then we can just... Okay, every time these guys think, or every time they talk, it makes me think that there's someone coming after me. Or there's someone in like another room that I'm missing. Lost my streak yesterday, but I'm here, Sir Funk. Sad about the streak, but hopefully, was it the hockey game that you went to yesterday, or was that 2 days ago? But hopefully the hockey game went well, Sloppy. Hopefully you had a solid, you know, Wednesday and, you know, hopefully a solid Thursday now. But how's it going? What have you been getting yourself up to this week, or this day? Yeah, proceed. Who is it gonna be? Don't give us a big clown, please. No big clown, please. Ah! There isn't a clown. It's just some rich man with 2 silver men right next to him. Oh, multiple silver men. Alright, well. These silver men are gonna fall in love. Never mind, only one of them fell in love. Jesus, that's not good. The hockey game was yesterday. It was so much fun. Going alright though. Working and packing on Bethany J stuff and prepping for the move. Nice, nice, nice. Hopefully that's going well. Hopefully you're not doing any like surprise snowstorms because yeah, yesterday we had a nice like little bit of snowfall, and that's been it's been unwelcome, frankly. I'll be honest. Hopefully you're able to steer clear of the storms. The King of Bling. Howard is cheered up by a generous tip. Now the weather looks clear so far, thankfully. Of course, it's only us in Canada that gets it. I'm sure there's some Michiganders who are getting it. I have to imagine. Alright, what does the king want? We're gonna set the king on fire. I think that's the most appropriate thing. Merciless beatdown. Do it, Kuryu. Or do it, Ishiban. Beautiful, beautiful. Is that what the forecast for the rest of the week is pretty much too? Is just more packing and moving stuff? I'm sure you'll be happy once that entire process is finally over. You know, moving is good. It has some good aspects, but the worst part about it is the actual, you know, moving of the furniture. Especially if they have heavy wood drawers. If they have heavy red wood drawers or just heavy things in general. You know what if we just keep beating up on Malona? There you go. Ooh. Alright. Fire some shots in the air, buddy. Yeah, big moves on Saturday. Have you gained your infinite wealth yet? Actually, we do have enough money where we can probably play the rest of the game without having to worry too much about money. We have nearly $800,000, which I mean, I don't think it would be close to being infinite wealth, but you know, in game, it's it comes in handy pretty well. Quite a bit. Good night, monkey. It's 4 a.m. here. Yo, Overteen, I appreciate you popping in here. But yeah, go get yourself some sleep. 4 a.m. Do you usually stay up till 4 a.m.? Well, either way, hopefully the sleep is going well. DJ Cam, thank you for the what is it, the tapping of the desk? But no more tapping. We can't have no more tapping going on. I will say though, we have found a new way to make a lot of money in this game. And it's apparently just doing these dungeons. These dungeons just give you, they're also a source of infinite wealth. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna get rid of this guy while he's still charmed on me. Great. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, you usually stay up to play games. Fair. I do the same kind of thing. Honestly, a lot of the time I've been playing this game just because I needed to get some items taken care of, like some training, like grinding. But now it's all taken care of, I feel like. Yo, gotta go. I'll see you later. Be safe. DJ Cam, I appreciate it. You also be safe if you are doing any driving in like snowy, or any just driving in general. Or if you're doing anything in your everyday life that requires potential danger. But DJ Cam, appreciate you popping in with Doom Dizzle's raid. And now we just beat up the king. So now everything's gonna be easy peasy now. Ooh, oh, never mind. There's like a side quest I could also do, but I'm like, no, we'll focus on the story. One, two, three. Adachi, 1. Oh, he bounced into the wall. And we got $42,000. Guys, $42,000. That could probably last me for the rest of my life. $42,000. Holy. Ooh, Chromium Alloy Club. Wait, I just realized, is he a robot? He has like some robotic features to him I don't like exactly. Skill inheritance. Let me see. I almost want to change jobs now, but at the same point, I just got enough money to have a proper weapon. Honestly, I would change jobs on everyone else except for Ishiban. What can I do with you? Alright, well, we're gonna make her a Night Queen, guys. What can you do as a cleaner here? I'm tempted, to be honest. Let me see. We do use Charm a bunch. Charm has been like a great thing that we've been using. So I feel like either Idol or like Charm might be both like really good. I don't know. I feel like this might be a good one for us to use. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. What's been up with your what's been up for you your week, man? My week's been pretty good though. I was anticipating playing some Resident Evil Revelations this week, but unfortunately because we have a thing we're doing over the weekend, so I can't really. We have to travel somewhere, so Friday unfortunately I don't think we're gonna have any streams. But we've been having a pretty good week in the sense that like, you know, streams been going well, been enjoying our games, and you know, just enjoying the general chillness of the week. No, nothing really too big happening, except for you know, just looking at like game news and whatnot. Which, you know, I'm sure you've probably heard, but like Slappy Boppy on the 22nd, we could see Fable. We could finally see Fable for anyone who's excited to see Fable. But only on the 22nd, which is too long away. Too long away. Okay, can we not use a visit Alo Happy Tours Waikiki today? I almost might do that because I kind of want to get the gun blaster, the cowboy man. Yeah, we're gonna do that. To be honest, I probably shouldn't change her job, but she'll be good. She'll be good. But fair man, safe travels this weekend. I hope so. I hope so. Hopefully there's not you know, any snow or anything that we have to worry about. But I'm so stoked. I am happily stoked. There's also a Resident Evil thing that's happening later today too, which apparently 2 p.m. PST. So whenever that is, we can maybe tune into some Resident Evil. There might be a new game announced too, on top of the new one coming out already. Resident Evil Showcase, there you go. 2 p.m. PST. Okay, so it's in 112 minutes. So we have some time. We don't really need to rush to it so much. Alright, let me just put this over here. Is that one of those games you think you'll probably be buying Fable on launch? As long as everything goes well? Yeah, obvious question. Obvious answer, obvious question, obvious answer. Alright, we need to find... Where is it that I wanted to find? Where is the place I'm trying to go to? Oh yeah, okay, Waikiki. So, we just teleport here. Nope. Let's teleport here. We'll just teleport here. I don't know if I'll buy on launch, but I'm excited to see what's in store for so many games to work through. Yeah, you're not lying. And it only gets longer and longer with every month. Every month we just seems to you know, there's always something new. GTA 6 too, that's also like the big like shining star of the year as well, that we're all gonna be looking forward to. Which I'm sad that's not gonna be on PC because of the, you know, performance and whatnot, but I'm sure it'll be fine to play on PS5 or Xbox Series X, I hope. Oh fuck. Oh damn. Guy's powerful as hell. Oh yeah, now we're a cowboy. We're Red Dead Redemption now. We're John Red Dead. Alright, John Red Dead. Now we're gonna... Who should we give that job to? For some reason, I always think that it would go to the former cop. I feel like the former cop would do well in that job.
Oh.
Red Dead Yakuza. Now that would be a perfect game. There's evil stuff going on with this place. Why are you guys being evil? Alright, let me see. Yoga. You know what? We'll do all of them. We'll do it. Let's go do some yoga. We all love yoga here, right? I'm a big fan of Rising Dog. That's always been my favorite yoga move. Slippin' Serpent is also a pretty good move. Whoa. How are these guys not able to do this? Come on, guys. Is she already just perfecting the moves before she's able to even complete them? Enjoy, everyone. Oh! I didn't know this led into like ninja. Alright, well, we might have to switch. We might have to switch her. That's a pretty cool class. Yeah, we're gonna sign up for another activity. Unfortunately, we're just gonna, you know, front load our vacation, and then for the rest of the vacation, just stay in our hotel room. Do all the fun stuff on one day, and then the next 2 weeks, just stay in the hotel room playing video games. What in the Mortal Kombat? It does remind me of a Mortal Kombat costume, to be honest. I mean, it definitely reminded me of like Katana or like Jade or something. Oh, is he gonna learn something from the kids? The kids have some special technique. What? A chamaz? What? Oh, is this like a samurai thing? I just drank some water. You're gonna make me OD on water. Now we're a samurai. Unfortunately, we don't want that either. We want one more job. I have enough money for one more vacation. Experience 8 activities offered by Aloe Happy. Nice. What are we gonna see here? Man, speaking of Mortal Kombat, I'm gonna have to... At some point, I want to play Mortal Kombat 1. Even though it's not the... You know, the top tier Mortal Kombat game out there. I still have to complete all of the Mortal Kombat games out there. No. I don't think I've ever had chili relleno. Is that a food? Let me search it up. I've never had that, but it looks like something I would eat. It's like a... What I'm seeing is like a Is that a jalapeno or a chili? Oh, it's probably a chili. Yeah, it's an alamide. So it's a chili mixed with Mexican cheese. Let me bring this up on the screen real quick. This is very important. Nope, wrong one. I'd try that out. You can't go wrong with spicy things and cheese and... Is that tomato, I'm assuming? I'm assuming you probably had that for lunch today? I'm happy to assist you. Alright, what about you, bud? Alright, I guess he doesn't want to talk to my character. Alright, out of all the characters, I feel like I like him as the tank the most, right? But I'm like, I don't know if I can make him a tank and also like... If I could make him a tank and also one of these guys. For some reason, he kind of suits me as like a cowboy. I feel like he has more cowboy vibes. We're gonna make you an... Yeah, we're gonna do that for you. I kind of do like the look of him with a gun and also, the casino attire on. You know, it kind of gives him a certain James Bond type of look. Let's go with that. Desperado! I almost think Stoic Warrior might not be a bad one. I'm gonna go with this one just because this one has like the most health of the bunch. And then part of me wants to go with this one because I do like when she's the first one in combat to do some stuff. An attacker too fast for the naked eye who can unravel enemies with her ninja speed ninjutsu. I wish I could compare, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest, Icon does seem like it's a little bit better with the health and whatnot. I'm gonna go with this one. And then you're just gonna be stuck with... To be honest, I don't want to have to move on from your baseball bat, so you're just gonna be stuck with your baseball bat. Wait. Oh, is that a unique job? Yeah, you know what? You're staying as a hero. Oh, I can inherit. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Let me see. This one already takes down her attack, so I might as well go for the agility one. Fusey, give him that one. Honestly, we can just give him everything right now. Alright, everything's good there. We're gonna do Arrest. Arrest is like one of those ones that we should probably just always have it in our back pocket. We'll put that one in there. Oh man, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I'll go with... throw punch just because we need something that's a little bit lower range anyway. Alright. Now we have to re-equip all our weapons again. Alright. This should be pretty easy. We'll just get baseline weapons and we'll go and do our thing. Oh, I mean, she already has a pretty good sword here. I don't know where I got that from. Space opera, that's not horrible. Tribal axe. Alright, you know what? Let me go and grab a guide here real quick. Just because the guide makes it a lot easier for when I'm looking for the specific job weapons. So, let's go with Desperado, and then I got Fire Dancer, right? Okay. Which one is Tribal Axe really? Oh, okay, no, there are better ones than Tribal Axe. Okay, perfect. Crowned enemy in Honolulu on east side of House of Wushu. House of Wushu, where is that? We might be able to do the mission. We'll check it. We'll check it. It's worth a try. Oopsies. Okay, let me just save the game real quick because I'm about to get myself beat up.
Welcome.
Wait, this isn't the House of Wushu. The House of Wushu's over here. I think we can fight them. I already saved the game. I have a bad habit of saving the game multiple times as soon as I know I already did something. Not a single one of them were convinced by my character. These guys are tough. Fire and squad. Let me see. Soul capture? How about I just arrest him? Still lurking? I appreciate the lurking, Spicy. Hopefully the COD's going well. It's always appreciated, the lurks. That was horrible. I shouldn't have switched the classes. I already had a good class. I already had them set up well in their previous classes. I should have just went along with it and did the story. Alright, we're gonna do a rest. So, is there any negative reason why I should not be using a rest? Come on, come on. Okay, the game lagged a little bit, and it kind of threw off the timing for the triangle on that one. Alright, perfect. Sometimes I can't be bothered to heal. Sometimes they're just a lot better at healing than I am. Can I like angle this so it works? I'm just gonna fucking arrest you. Scumbag. Let's see. Nice, nice, nice. I'm just gonna let you adapt. You can do whatever you want. He's gonna kill my character. Hell. Alright, let's just set him on fire. That will help a little bit. Oh, this guy is a fucking tank. Maybe. You are a little bit of a fool. Didn't make him blind whatsoever. Just work, please. I almost think I should probably just heal. Yeah, I'll heal. I just can't trust that my guy's not gonna get one hit by one of his moves. Catwalk trance. The paralyzed move has not worked yet. Maybe eventually. Oh no. No! Okay, that's pretty badass. He just like waited for him to be on the ground and fucking just shot him there. Well, is that a badass move or is that a cowardly move? In this instance, it might be a little bit cowardly. Yo, what was good, homie? How are you doing? How's the games going? Games are going good. Games are good, going good. Right now, we're just making some money in the game, looking for some new weapons. But Six Shots, how are you doing today? You excited for Resident Evil 9? Oh, 1 minute. I only say that because there's a Resident Evil event today. Oh, that guy doesn't want my my gift, I guess. I've seen I've only seen the initial like gameplay footage, right? Or like the trailer they had at the Game Awards. Like that looks pretty good, to be honest. I just seen that they have the image of the one person who's being casted in the new Tomb Raider show, right? The one person from Game of Thrones, right? She's now Lara Croft. That's gonna be interesting to see for like the new live action show. Ooh. Bro, it looks so... I can't wait. Honestly, I've never been the biggest, like... I've never really played too much of Tomb Raider, but... I'd be excited to try this new one that's coming out. It seems like there's a bunch of hype for it right now. There you go. Perfect. Have you been like was it a Tomb Raider fan for like all of your life? Have you been playing this since like the PS2 era? What system did the first one come out on? Did it originally come out on PS2 or was it like a PS1 era type game? Also, yeah, let me go back to my guide here I was looking for. Now, there is one weapon I can look for. Oh, actually, here's one thing I need to do. That's what I need to do. Ooh. Okay, so I have the Desperado's revolver already, so... Is that the one my guy is using right now? Interesting. I would love to have the one that instantly KOs. That would actually be perfect. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait on that one. You know what sucks is we don't have it. I thought that we would get more geodes from the dungeon, but unfortunately the geodes did not come to us at all. So, modern revolver, where do we need to go for that? Bullet hell. So we need to go to Bullet Hill. And then let me go to this guy, Pyro Dancer. We need the Great Axe from where? H-A-U-O-K. Hula. Sorry, I'm just writing down all these things on a piece of paper here just so I can easily keep track of things. I need like a charm knife here. I was hoping that I could have her doing charms still. Alright. Gan, Ryuma. Alright. I can just find all these places now. Now, only if I could just travel to places... Actually, I can travel to places pretty easily. Also, I don't have the chat open now. Oopsies. I've been playing it since it was on the Panasonic console. Before Xbox and PlayStation, there was a Panasonic console. Really? I actually never knew that, to be honest. But then again, like a lot of the console history before, you know, the PS2 and whatnot, I'm actually kind of, I'm not the most well versed, unfortunately. Do they have any good games on the Panasonic? I mean, I guess Tomb Raider was on there then. What? At some point, I'm gonna have to give it a try. Did you like the new remaster games that came out with it? The ones that came out within like the last like couple years from Xbox, and like I don't know if they're from Xbox, but they were sponsored by Xbox. Here's the first console to go disc. That's a huge improvement, to be honest. It is a huge improvement. Also, which one was it that I wanted? Was it this one? I think it was Kinjin. Damn it. I didn't write down the name of the weapon I wanted. Right, Kinjin. Yeah, okay. No, not that one. Alright, we can put that away. The modern revolver. And that is at Bullet Hell. What was Nintendo's first console go disc? It was GameCube, right? They didn't have any like disc consoles before the GameCube. Aloha. The Wasteland Revolver seems pretty sick. Didn't really sleep much last night, so I'm gonna have a very early night. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you on the next stream. Don't forget SmackDown is also on early tomorrow. Damn, I'm gonna have to... I'm probably gonna miss it because I might be on the road by that point, but... I'll try and keep an eye for it. I'll be able to watch it anyway afterwards. But enjoy your rest. Hopefully you have a solid rest of your day and your weekend. And yeah, we'll see you definitely on Monday for sure. Just making sure there's nowhere else I need to... I'm pretty sure it was Wasteland Revolver I need to buy. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter because I can just check right now. I do... I almost should just buy it right now too, just so I already have it. You know what? I am gonna do that. I have enough money right now where I can do that, so. Thank you. We'll do that. And now we need to go to... Go here. Splinter Cell, I need them to drop a new game. I thought they were supposed to be like... Okay, there's some rumor that they were going to have a VR game, which I'm like, cool, but I'm like, I want them to have just a regular game for the rest of us who don't have VR. I also... You know, hopefully it'll happen at some point. I'm surprised Ubisoft doesn't want to print money. Then again, they'll give us like... They'll tell you ahead of time, they'll be like... Splinter Cell made no money whatsoever. It's actually not that popular of a franchise. But no, I'm hoping they give us a good one at some point. Great axe. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for taking $3,000 from me. Oh, man, I want that one so much. The Dead Souls axe seems like it would be really good. A lot of these weapons I'm probably not going to be able to use until like late game, unfortunately. Alright, so you got your weapon, you got your weapon, you got your weapon, you got your weapon. Alright, let me find the main story now, because we'll probably get some main story stuff taken care of. As we've been waiting a ton of time for. I'm curious what this place has, though. The pawn shops usually have some goods. Oh, never mind. They don't have no goods. Fable and Tomb Raider are my top games I need to add to my collection. You must be having a good year then, because you're about to have, both of those games have like new games come out, right? Hopefully Fable comes out this year, assuming, you know, they want to hit the wave before GTA 6 comes out. What is this place? Oh yeah, I've already been here. Oh man. At this point, I wish I could buy geodes. Unfortunately, buying geodes is expensive as hell. Aloha! Paralyzed Player, welcome in. Ubisoft was so worried about the Assassin's Creed series, I believe. Honestly, like, it sucks because if you don't like Assassin's Creed, then Ubisoft has just completely just, I don't know, they kind of hedged all their bets on like one horse, it seems. I mean, they have Avatar and they have some like games here and there that aren't Assassin's Creed, like Ghost Recon and whatnot. But I don't know, Assassin's Creed definitely got way too much focus. They saw one game do very well and then they immediately just hitched the entire train to it. They're like, okay, this is going to be our identity for the rest of our life. We're only going to be known as the Assassin's Creed company. Never mind. She doesn't have anything good for me. Where is the mission I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, over here. Oh, I was like right next to it. Oh, that was nice. Now, if I had more time, I would grind for some weapons, grind for some more material, but unfortunately, it's not so easy to do that. They forgot about all the other good titles they had under their belt. Honestly, all the big companies do that, I feel. Like, EA, I know for sure, like, has a ton of properties. EA and Activision are sitting on a ton of properties that, unfortunately, like, they have no desire to do anything with except just sit on it. At some point, I'm hoping it's never gonna happen, but, like, there's a lot of, like, LucasArts games, right? Like, that are just kind of, unfortunately, gone. As a... yeah, as a potential franchise. What am I doing? I literally went the wrong direction. Is there a restaurant near here? I'm gonna be honest, there's usually always a restaurant somewhere, and this is like the one time they don't have one. Ooh, did you like Star Wars Outlaws a lot? That's one of those ones where I need to At some point, I'm gonna like give that another go, but there's just so many games on my plate where I'm, you know, you can't play them all on stream, unfortunately. In a pickle? Let me see. Okay, when they say in a pickle, what kind of things do I need to drink? Oh, is it just gonna be like pickled goods? I don't know if that's gonna work. Alright, enjoy. The last one, not so much though. I do need the same. I played in a little bit, got stuck and put the game down. Yeah, that's exactly what happened with me. I'm like, honestly, it was I don't like the outer space missions in that game. I thought there was some, like, flying stuff that was already in it, but I don't know. When you force me to fly ships in a space game, it's always gonna be 50-50, depending on how good your space control, your spaceship control is. There's not many people who do that very well. Honestly, Starfield, as much as I shit on Starfield, I feel like Starfield actually had one of my better systems for, like, flying ships. That one, for some reason, I was kind of getting the hang of it pretty well. Okay, who's the person in front of this shop? Oh, you want to go to Dondoko Island? You guys can come along. Never mind, she doesn't want to go to Dondoko Island. But I do want to take pictures of mannequins. I'm that creep who goes on vacation in a different place and just takes pictures of mannequins. Aloha! Aloha! $140,000. I almost want to buy it just because I'm like, I might go back to Night Queen at some point. Ooh. You know what, we're gonna do both. Even though we don't have any Night Queens in our party at the moment, I'll just spend some money on a Night Queen weapon. We'll do this. A bad habit of doing that. I have the same bad habit. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I've started playing the game 2 times now. And it's one of those games where I'm very interested in it, and I think I love the story in it and everything, but RPGs just have a bad tendency for me where I'm just gonna somehow they get ignored. Have you heard of a small indie game, Knights of the Old Republic? Oh yeah, the smallest indie game of all time. By a small indie studio known as BioWare. Oh. Man, I know, I think Sloppy Boppy's been playing like Knights of the Old Republic, or at least he's getting set up to play it, but I do want to dive into like some Star Wars game again. I think I mentioned it before, but I think I said I was going to play Jedi Survivor. But we'll see. We'll see. There's many great Star Wars games. For some reason, I want to play the Revenge of the Sith game, right? I don't know if anyone here remembers it, but like there's a movie game from back when Revenge of the Sith released, and it had a fighting mode where you can fight as 2 different Jedis or Sith, and like I don't know, it was a pretty good movie tie-in game for its day. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, I think it was just what it's properly called. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick little break here for a second though. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go refill my water. I really miss when they did good movie tie-in games. I do too. I do too. But unfortunately, apparently they want to focus on social media advertising instead of just releasing a mediocre potential video game. But at the same point, I feel like when you're under pressure to create a good game for like a movie, I feel like sometimes you get some really like genius minds who are very excited about the property, and they're like, you know, let me put my my talent into this game that You know, like the SpongeBob movie game. I feel like that's one of the better, uh, iconic kind of movie games that would turn out to be pretty good. What are some of the best movie game tie-ins? I'll leave you guys to answer that while I'm doing a BRB, and then we'll go over that afterwards. But PC away, and people on the vertical side. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, fucker. How quick can I move through you? That's what I want to know. Oh! The way she just like phased through the wall, that scared me a little bit. Go, 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 go.
It was my favorite version of that song.
Also, hydrate. Okay, you don't have enough room to do a dance. How we do it. Well, let me find someone to rate out to. I'll put the links in the chat. If you want to put links. How quick can I move through you? That's what I want to know. Oh! The way she just like phased through the wall, that scared me a little bit. Go, 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 go. Huh. We are back on. At least on the vertical side. And now we're on here. The Rogue Squadron game. I actually don't know if I remember that too much. I think MCG might have a better memory of that one than I do. Was that another like vehicular kind of like game? Because there's a lot of like vehicle-based Star Wars games. Like I know Attack of the Clones had their own vehicle-based game where you were driving around on Geonosis for a while.
Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
Unfortunately, this game does not have
Call me
bowling
when
in
you
it.
have a moment.
I don't know why they stopped having bowling in the Yakuza games. It's a shame. A disaster, I'd say. There was a cheat code you could enter, Chicken Walker, and you could play as an ATST. That must have been a really cool thing where people were like, "Oh, I didn't expect that you could play as a, you know, people back then people were always happy with those like little secrets. Now and everything, you just kind of expect that you can play as like a fucking ATST or something. Like, if there was another like Star Wars kind of vehicular type game. I always loved being surprised by like the stupid little Easter eggs or like. I mean, ATST is not stupid, but there will always be like some kind of silly Easter egg where you could play as Indiana Jones and Mercenaries, or you could play as let me see. I'm sure there's probably some cool examples from like other PS2 games I can think of. I thought Ratchet and Clank had like some Jack and Daxter kind of Easter eggs. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn there was something like that in one of those games. Yep, the GameCube ones were great. How many retro Sega games are there? Does this one have? I actually haven't really paid a trip to the arcade in a bit. Yeah, where is the arcade? Well, if we can find an arcade, we'll go to it, but I actually don't know if Hawaii has an arcade in this game. Interesting. I'm sure it's probably somewhere in like a bar or a restaurant or something. But I've actually, now that you pointed that out, I'm like, I know in Japan there's definitely something, but you're gonna give me a tattoo for free.
Oh.
Alright. Oh yeah, sorry, I should be just letting this play out. Aloha, my master. Welcome in, A Money. And games feel vapid and hollow these days, so the extras don't matter. Yeah, I feel that. Look at Mortal Kombat. I feel like Mortal Kombat's a perfect example of that nowadays, where it's like, you look at old Mortal Kombat where you can go into the crypt and you can unlock stuff and do all the, the fun business. Like, you get some, like, stupid, like, background, like, you get some behind-the-scenes images of, like, the devs, or you get the, alternate music tracks or something. I don't know. I'm an old man, and I just love old games. No, I'm joking. Play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 if things feel too vapid fair. Yeah, that is true. There are solutions to these issues. Ghost Knight, you would definitely like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's very heavy on the simulation though, so the big thing about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is like how you represent yourself very much matters, in the sense that like you need to make sure you clean yourself, you need to make sure you're eating well, and you need to make sure the stuff you're wearing isn't like dirty. Like you actually need to do laundry in this game. I mean, I'm sure like it's not the most biggest part about the game, but it's a pretty big part about it, like in the roleplay sense. I love it. It's so good. Armored Core is another series that I've been wanting to try. I imagine the best way to get into it would just be the most recent one. But, yeah. I think I saw it on sale on Christmas, like on like the Christmas sale, and that was one of those big games I was contemplating that I had to skip out on. Also, what happened in the conversation? I'm gonna be honest. Okay, scrounge up $10,000. Done. I have $100,000 you can have if you want. It's all right here. Okay, now you can tell us everything. I'll focus on the story now. She was probably just getting us to, pay her the $10,000. What is it? You were right that if I took this offer to the gangs, they would torture me before paying. Why didn't you try to threaten it out of me too? Because my guy's not part of the Yakuza no more. He's just a delusional Dragon Quest combat envisioning maniac. Kind of. Interesting. I've never heard of a game that you do laundry in. Like, if you kill someone and you get blood on your clothes, like that's a thing. If you get yourself hurt with an injury, you know, you gotta clean the blood out of yourself or out of the clothing. People will like comment on it and be like, you smell, or, you know, they'll think that you are like an actual criminal because you have blood on you. I still need to do the other endings. Is there a lot of like choices to be made in, you know, AC9? What about that new jet plane, or that new game that's coming out, the Ace Combat? I don't know if anyone saw the trailer for Ace Combat, but I know it's not the same as like Armored Core, but the graphics on that new God damn it, I always forget the name of it. I literally just said it and I'm like, but Ace Combat, that new one, it's looking impressive. I mean, granted, it was mostly a CG trailer, but I feel like if all you have to render is a plane, it's pretty easy, right? It's kind of like the whole racing game mantle, where I feel like racing games can look really good because they don't really, there's not too many like mechanics in it, right? Like there's a lot of mechanics, but compared to an open world like, you know, GTA or whatever, you know, you're racing on tracks. Like, come on, that's not the, you can make it very pretty. The NPCs in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 are super reactive. They will treat you differently based on clothing, dirty levels. Yeah, you can get, if you're caught stealing and you're caught by the authority, you can get branded in that game, where you'll have like a permanent mark on your body. Well, people will judge you. It's I'm pretty sure over time it fades, but like I don't know. It's a very funny inclusion that the game had. Shout out Kingdom Come Deliverance. Also, like, if you steal from people in that game too, they're not stupid. They start to investigate a little bit. They're like, wait a minute, I don't have my thing. That was another thing I really liked about that game, was how, like, you say reactive that they are. Like, that was probably one of my favorite parts for sure. You know, let's go pick up some fights on the street here for a second. Unfortunately, you're a blue enemy, dummy, and your ass is about to be mine. To quote Michael Jackson, or no, your butt is mine. I think that's what he says. Doesn't really go as well. Your butt is mine. Oh, his music still hits. You can't deny it. His music videos were always great. I always love a good music video. Speaking of good music videos, ASAP Rocky. Now, he had a very interesting music video come out recently. Where am I? I almost want to try and do this fight again, but I think those were like level 45. And I'm level 43, and I'm not very excited about my weapons right now. I've always meant to jump into Ace Combat. I bought it recently because I saw like the Tom Cruise DLC, not the Tom Cruise, the Top Gun DLC, and I was like, okay, that's, you know, it was a pretty cheap like combo deal together, so I was like, you know, it's worth picking up. You know, shout out Capcom. Wait, is it Capcom? No, I'm pretty sure that's Sega. Shout out Sega, making some of my favorite games recently. And then also get into recent controversies with those same game series. I swear, as soon as I got into like the Like a Dragon franchise, I started seeing people complain about it on Twitter. And I'm like, God damn it! Like, I'm like, I'm enjoying. Like, oh, wait, what, are these games really that bad now? Well, I mean, actually, I've said the complaints that people have had for this game, I've actually kind of been agreeing with, that the story might have been a little bit long. But otherwise, I'm like, some people go really hard on like hating some of these games. That's all. That's it. I think people who are always on like the line are always just gonna be kind of. It's also rage baiting too, right? People will say some very inflammatory comment about a game just to, you know, get them interactions. Oh, Dachi is a cowboy. Yeah, I was gonna put the cop as a cowboy, but I was like, you know what? Let me put Adachi as a cowboy. Or yeah, new game to hate is High Guard. It's unfortunate for them that they're not gonna get much of a defense for me just because it's another like Overwatch type game. I've never been a fan of hero shooters, but at the same point, I do feel bad for them if they do have something unique going for them. I'm sure it's, you know, it might be another run-of-the-mill one, I'm not too sure, but you can still feel bad for someone who's spent like however much money on it. They spent millions trying to promote it at Game Awards and everyone just kind of gave it the crickets. There's no gameplay for it. It could be great, but we just don't know. Yeah, that's it. They were like, we're just gonna do one big launch and then drop it a month or two later. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if the launch trailer was good enough to justify the long wait. It's not a long wait, but like in the sense that they aren't updating anything. At the same point, maybe it is going to be the next top game. Maybe we shouldn't be clowning on it. Everyone laughs now, but High Guard's always going to laugh harder at the end. Alright, let's go for these guys. I want to see what level they are. It could be great, but we don't know. I spend the millions for the Game Awards trailer, just the shadow drop. Effectively a shadow drop. I feel like only a couple, like, certain amount of people can actually shadow drop a game well. Like, I feel like your company has to have a little bit of, like, hype behind it. And maybe it's just me. I don't really know anything about that company. I know whatever Jeff Keighley said on stage, that it was like a studio made up of a bunch of like developers, but I wasn't sure if they have any other like previous games or whatnot. Oblivion Remastered Shadow Drop saved my life. A lot of people were happy with that one. It sucks for me because I'm like, I can't call it a Shadow Drop because like, I feel like, unfortunately, if you would pay attention to the Microsoft leaks, then you could. It was kind of obvious that was coming at some point. So I was always kind of on edge with the idea that they were preparing to shadow drop it. At the same point though, I'm like, for the majority of people, it was a huge, it was a good shadow drop moment. I'm hoping the Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas shadow drop they do at the end of Season 2 is just as good. Right, Bethesda? Is that what we're gonna do? Are we gonna do the shadow drop of both those games? What if they went even crazier and they're like, we remade Fallout 1 and 2? That would be, I mean, it's not possible whatsoever. I think they would probably put a lot more hype into it, but that would get a lot of people hyped. I would love to see if they could take on Fallout 1 or 2 into like the 3D world. Or even just remaster the base combat. Just Baldur's Gate it up. Pagadrian, welcome in. Kyrocon, welcome in. Sorry, I was yapping. Forgot 3. I just want New Vegas. Yeah. I mean, I will take 3. I will happily take 3 because I'm sure this will put more care into 3. No, they probably won't. Unfortunately, New Vegas, they do know New Vegas is a lot more popular, so. Fallout 3 still has a lot of charm to it. I like the wasteland in that one a lot. I'm very much a defender of that game. It's only because that was like the first game that got me into like RPGs, Fallout 3, so that's the main reason why. It's so fractured in when to play though. Yeah, the DLC doesn't really like. I feel like the DLC is kind of weird for that one too. Fallout New Vegas did the DLC way better, where they had like a kind of a comprehensive story going through it. Like, not to say the DLC was bad for that one, but like because I do think the DLC had really good gameplay moments. But in terms of like everything connecting, I think New Vegas definitely did a better job. Sucks that it dropped half broken. Yeah, that's probably the worst thing that happened. Also, them getting screwed out of the bonuses. That's also a very bad thing. That was maybe it was intentional. I have no idea. I think they were just shy of getting like an 80% on that, right? I think that was when they were supposed to be getting some like good bonuses. I just saw a guy in real life eat shit while trying to be cool while we were looking at each other. Now, I'm gonna assume that you're meaning like he's tripped and fell instead of the other alternative, which would also be horrible. But, also let me heal. I just noticed that my guy's almost dead here. But, yeah, that's horrible. Honestly, I always get scared at, like, watching people fall. Falling videos scare the hell out of me. Especially if it's like from skateboarding. Something about skateboarding just it sucks watching some amateur videos who might not be destined to be skateboarders after all. New Vegas is just all around better. That's maybe the truth, but the DC area has a lot of charm in that one, I will say. I wish the story was a lot better in that game, so I could justify the my love for the DC area in that one. I don't know. I feel like the way they did the super mutants in that one, I did have a little bit of a. I mean, I was a kid when I was playing them, but like, it did scare me a little bit. The first time I saw a super mutant, I was actually genuinely scared, especially when I was going through that police station that you have to do for the big town. For some reason, that place really kind of gave me the fright. Now I'm going through it and I'm like, okay, maybe I noticed that the skin looks a little bit weird, but it's still good to me. I think that they did it 84 and it was it ended up being 83. Yeah, that fucking sucks. I'm like, but that's like goes to some critic and be like, yo, just give it an 83. There's probably some shameful stuff that happens in the game industry, I imagine. I'm not too sure if it's all true. I wish I could revive more people. Yeah, go for this guy. BRB's got some yummy ads. Enjoy the ads. Love my guy Fox. Fox is awesome. If you try and trap Fox in, like, if you kill him in that room, you're the biggest D-bag. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, there's a way where you can. Unfortunately, if you decide to go without Fox's help, you can unfortunately incinerate him in his room. And then go for the Gek yourself, which is the worst thing you can do. But if you're playing it as an evil playthrough, it's a fun way to do it. Ads. Yeah, we love ads. Guys, we need to keep the lights on with the ads that pay the 3 cents. If it weren't for the ads, the lights don't stay on. I like that part. You can convince the main antagonist just to off themselves in Fallout 3. Someone made the critique of like Bethesda choices, and it started making me think about them a little bit more. Was the way that if you tuck yourself out of a situation in Fallout 3, it usually skips a part of gameplay. Versus Fallout New Vegas will give you like an alternative to the gameplay. I'm pretty sure that's what someone was. I don't know if it was someone on the New Vegas dev team who was just shit talking Bethesda, but it seems like I'm like, oh, you know, the more I think about Bethesda, I'm like, yeah, that kind of seems to be true. Like, if you do just improve a skill and like talk yourself out of the situation, you just kind of skip over part of gameplay. Which, you know, some people might be in love with. Some people might be very much a fan of. Okay, why is that guy walking away? I wish I could call him over here and be like, hey, bud. Okay. Oil and toil. You know, we're gonna oil and toil him. Oil up the old man. Fire spinning? Okay, I don't know if it worked as well as I thought it was gonna work. Okay, Young Slime is back from these ads. Ooh, what kind of ads were they? Were there any good like food ads, hopefully? If there was no good food ads, then I'm very sorry. Then again, that might be a good thing. Maybe you don't want food ads when you're not hungry. Can we run the ads again? We might run the ads again. I got the guy in my ear telling me we should run the ads again. Dude was brain damaged, so it made a little sense. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh yeah, when you say the courier, okay, it seems like the courier was psychotic according to the show. Yeah, what? I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened with the courier. Because at some point they are gonna have to mention him by name or something. Like, I don't think it's possible for him to actually show up, but at least some mention of him needs to be, like, happened. For some reason, I'm like, come on, Mr. House. You gotta mention him, given how kind of popular, you know, how much help he give you. If all the end credit scenes are true, though, like, yeah, the courier fucked up a bunch of shit. I kind of like the way they're going about it, though. It's kind of how it probably would go, right? Where everything just goes to shit. And, like, the war just... It's ugly. War just goes... It's... No matter how it goes, it's just... It's the most neutral way they can go about it, I feel. Which people probably aren't going to be happy with, but unfortunately, I'm like... I see the purpose of it. I'm like... It is kind of hard to just justify huge changes based off of... you know, this is just the most politically safe, I feel like. Benny blew out their empathy. Yeah, probably. That probably does make sense. I imagine, especially if he did the DLC too, and he went to like, you know, if he went to the Big Empty, and if the courier in the show did all the extra gun, you know, like, I want to know if they're gonna take into the account like Ulysses and like the DLC stuff too, because the DLC stuff is very important to the lore, right? Like the Ulysses was talking about how like the tunnelers were gonna make their way to the Mojave Wasteland in like a couple years, and I'm like, doesn't seem like it happened yet. The tunnelers were supposed to be like a huge threat from the Lonesome Road DLC. It seems like the Lonesome Road DLC isn't gonna tackle that, or the Fallout 4, the Fallout Season 2 isn't gonna tackle that so much. What in the canon ending is the game then? I thought he was Yes Man, which requires you to say goodbye to Mr. House. I mean, I don't know if the credit things are accurate, right? Like, if the credit things are accurate, then they're trying to portray Mr. House as dead, but at the same point, we're supposed to be seeing him, I think, in the next episode. Potentially. Sorry for anyone who's also not watching the Fallout TV show at the moment. Spoiler, we're gonna talk a little bit of spoilers right now, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I think next episode we're supposed to see Mr. House again, but in like, New Vegas form. I'm just curious if they're gonna go the route of like an AI where it's just Mr. House's AI who's doing stuff now. Because like, if they want to go through the idea of doing Yes Man, right? Yes Man at the end of Fallout New Vegas, like, he said that he's gonna look into the files and assert himself a little bit more. So I'm like, if you want to go down that route, then you can make it so somehow, Mr. House takes him over again or something. I have no idea. There's some computer magicery you can do there. The episode from last night answered some questions, but we'll see. That'll be interesting. I mean, the biggest thing was like the Deathclaws being in the strip somehow, and also not being in Freeside. How did they make it to the strip? I'm curious if you can make it so like, oh yeah, the Deathclaw eggs were placed there, and somehow they were just growing in silence or something, but they said they came from the quarry apparently. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to get into a fight immediately. They said it came from the one quarry. I'm like, how did he just avoid everyone else? I want to know if like North Vegas has been taken over by Deathclaws too. That also means that the courier didn't go around and kill all Deathclaws in the quarry. Which is not my courier. My courier would have went into the Deathclaw Valley and killed everything there. So I am probably gonna stop watching the TV show. Got me killed. Not my courier. Start that campaign. My courier was for the Legion. And the Legion should have just swept everything. Unfortunately, the Legion ending's the worst ending. It has no, like, redeeming qualities about it. It is genuinely, there's like, even if you get like, if you go for Lega, it's even worse too. Okay. Where else, what else am I doing here? I said I was gonna do the main story, right? Let me find a restaurant and then we'll go and do that. Actually, we can just, never mind, we can just skip there. We don't need to do anything. We can just skip there. I like that if anything was made canon, it's the craziest option so far. I like that Fisto's alive. That means the courier might have messed around with the robot. Joshua Graham was 100% correct about the Legion. I would love if they brought Joshua Graham into the show. He'd probably be pretty easy to bring into the show, given that you just have to bring a guy who's bandaged up. Unfortunately, that's kind of like a... Is that too deep in the lore? How many Fallout New Vegas players didn't play the DLC? I'm curious to that question, to be honest. I'm sure there's like a high number of people who never went into like the DLC. But who will play him? Chris Pratt would be a pretty cool option. Give it to John Krasinski, but then make it so his face is healed because, the Burn Man found some medicine that healed his face. So at least you can see Jim's face. And then he's also moved on from the religious part because that's a little bit like kind of debatable nowadays. So unfortunately now Joshua Graham just lost his religious part. He's not controversial. Actually, I guess he would be even more Christian now. Oh no, wasn't he a Mormon? I'm pretty sure the Birdman was Mormon. Someone double check that knowledge. I want to know if the Birdman was a Mormon.
ちょっといいかい兄さんたち。いやね、ちょっとこの辺で物騒。最近何の話？不審な連中をどうかな。
I'm pretty sure these guys are just thieves.
お、ちょっと待てよ。は？店で取ってきた。なんなんだ。
Just who the hell are you?
春日、そいつら強盗だ。
How could we not figure out from the fact that they're holding duffel bags that they're the, you know, the criminals? You should have just took an action immediately. Alright, we're just gonna blast them with the beam. You steal from the jewelry store? Prepare to get beamed. Please kill them all in one hit. It was an overkill. Ooh, and I get $27,000. Lurk? Tard, thank you for the lurk. Hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully what is it? I always mess up the name of the game mode in Last of Us Part 2, but hopefully the roguelike mode's going well. No Survivor, I think it's called. Ooh. Over the Legion? Oh hell no. You're not a big fan of the Legion, Katrin? Katrin, who's your first choice when you play Fallout New Vegas? I'm curious. Who was everyone's first choice? Because I think I went NCR first time around. Ooh, actually, now that I'm playing Fallout New Vegas again, what organization or which side should I go for now? Or should we always go for Yes Man?
実はそうでもないですよ、アキコさん。足立さんは警察を退職して会社を作ったんですがね。は？足立調査代行って。まあ、怪しげな名前なの。
He didn't have to rip his like. Why do you have to rip on his choice? He's like, it's a lame ass name, but you know he's good at crime prevention. My first choice was Yes Man because he was my friend. Yeah, fair enough. As soon as you get to meet him for the first time, he is very endearing. Also, the fact that he could never say no to you. Yeah, that was helpful too. Honestly, Mr. House isn't a bad choice in the sense that I feel like he actually knows what he's doing. The only thing is he's not very tolerant of some of the factions. He's like, Brotherhood of Steel, they gotta go. Brotherhood of Steel would immediately try and kill me. I like Mr. House, but like, unfortunately, I've already fucked around with the Van Graffs, and if I kill the Brotherhood of Steel, I'm not gonna have a good energy weapon vendor. So, unfortunately, Mr. House, you gotta go.
事前にその前兆があると相談まで受けてたのに、警察って組織じゃそれを止めることはできなかった。こいつは
Did I just do this entire date for you, buddy? Why did he even go? If I did this entire date for him, why did he even go to it? I should have just taken advantage of it myself.
よかったな。最初に事業もし今のゴタゴタを片付けて、いやそれ俺そう。
Let's get this over with. All right, we get it. You want to run your own detective business again. Aha. Another achievement. Alright. Now we have to go upstairs. First. Actually, 1 minute. We need to eat some food first. Because I don't know if the game's gonna throw us right into combat and not give us a free heal. Yes, my character loves alcohol. What a great meal. I want some sake, and then I want some mixed drinks, and then I want a bottle of beer.
Thank you.
I would hate doing that on an empty stomach. That would actually destroy your... I could just do this. Well, I guess I supported a local business. That's fine. Oh, I can reduce the... Okay, interesting. Well, we're gonna rest. Call it a day. Oh, there was something I could have done at night. Main story's more important. Well, it's after dark. Better head to the meeting spot.
ごめん。
That was suspicious. Alright. We are just gonna do a nice little teleport. I'm gonna say yes to a couple mobs here and there just because I want to build up the one resource again. We need more rainbow geodes. Oh wait. There you go. Say hello to you. Alright, you got devil horns. That's not usually so good. I'll sue you. Oh yeah, I'm fully drunk. Yeah, that helps. Alright. Not so bad. Grab some green. You know what, let's grab you two. I'm looking at a green fool looking guy with your weird buzzsaws attached to your, what is that, lawn? It's the weed whackers, there you go. What kind of wacko weed whacker is that? Oh, these guys give you no money, they give you like 1,000 each. They're a waste of time. Or she took our money and played us like the dumbest assholes on earth. To be honest, it's $10,000. If you don't lose $10,000 on a whim every now and then, it's, you know, it's a regular thing. Oh, she's giving us the money back. Huh. Are we gonna drive all the way back to Japan? Alright. Just a nice speedboat trip to Japan. Would that be possible? Would we have enough gas, or would the waves just be too ravenous?
着いたよ。
は?
Oh, the boat stopped. Ghost night? I was actually anticipating that. So, I'm gonna take a quick little, I'm gonna go grab my water real quick. But, enjoy the cutscene.
俺さっきからトイレ来てんだけど、大の大人が騒ぐんじゃないよ。ほら、 来たよ。
クルーザーか。こっちへ来るぞ。
あんた、
おう。
今世界で信用できるのはあんたたちだけだ。だからここへ連れてきた。これは
No, you're not gonna regret it. We're very trustworthy.
その賭けはきっと勝つぜ。任せとけ。
そうかい。
おい、いい加減どういうことか教えろよ。
木を隠すなら森の中。
Now you have to hydrate, Ghost Knight.
ハワイじゃ大事なものは
Same with you, anyone else in the chat.
隠すに限るんだよ。
まさか。
Okay, I thought there was gonna be like a fight island. Great choice. He would be. Oh,
ラニちゃん。
あかねさん。
ええ。初めましてになるのかな。
probably.
春日一番さん。
So I'm pretty sure is she our mother, right?
なる
Is that what we just found out?
海の上が隠れ家だったか。ブライスが血眼で街中探したって見つからねえわけだ。それにまさかあんたがばあさんかくまってたとはな。
ばあさんって言うんだ
So why are we handing him over to this guy?
この人にはパレ
We should have just taken the information for ourselves and left this guy out of it.
話すと長くなるから、事の経緯は後で本人
Do we really need him?
で、このガキがブライスの本当のお目当てか。
ほら、ご挨拶しましょう。
はじめまして。ラニと言います。
Nice.
俺は春日ってんだ。春日一番だ。よろしくな、ラニちゃんよ。
よろしくお願いします。
それにあなたがあかねさんですね。
ええ。改めまして岸田茜と言います。
Mm.
私とこの子のために随分と危険な目に遭わせてしまって。
Have we at least helped you in this this instance?
俺らが勝手にやったことです。
You know, we did just go through a lot of nonsense.
どうかお気になさらず。それに春日のお母様だってんなら嫌でも協力させてもらいますよ。こいつとはそれなりの付き合いになりますんで。
That emotional music comes on now.
今更
Get your get your tissues ready.
困っちゃうでしょ。
そうっすね。正直まだあんまりピンときてないです。そもそも本当にそうなのかってところから。
Mm.
気にしないで。それが当たり前の反応だから。沢城さんに無理を言ってまであなたに一目会いたかったのは本当に私の
Ah, no, I just poked the desk.
でも来てくれてありがとう。本当に嬉しい。
You better not turn out to be the enemy. You're gonna be like the last boss in the game.
照れるな。でも、あかねさん。
I'm your most powerful boss.
あかねさんのままでいいですか。
もちろん。
俺も聞きたいことがいっぱいあるけど、まずは安全を確保しましょう。それが最優先だ。
だな。丘に上がっちまった以上、いつブライスに感づかれるかわからねえ。
なあ、ラニ。日本ってとこに行ったことはあるかい？
うん。
そっか。
Hmm.
なら、あかねさんと一緒に行ってみねえか。
Do something
心
real
の
quick.
あったかくはねえけど、飯はうまいぜ。
行けば茜が安心できる。
ああ、 茜さんも安心できるし、何ももう隠れなくてよくなる。
22 more minutes. That's when that Resident Evil thing's coming on.
じゃあ行く。
よっしゃ。じゃあ急がねえとな。あのよ、俺たちには大道。
大道寺。
ああ、そいつ
Oh, doesn't this end badly? I thought the Daijo, didn't we see the one guy, like, you know, with blood at some point?
キヨさん。
私。
おーっと素敵。
そうだろ。
じゃあちょいと連絡す。
花だな。
ああ、ハワイを脱出する方法を用意してもらえねえか話してみる。こればかりは大道寺。
千歳。
She's suspicious. Something's off with you.
いや別に何でもない。
ああ、そういうことだ。今から二人をそっちに連れてく。
花輪んとこまでの足がいる。脱出のめどがつくまでは
防弾仕様のごついわしんことですわ。言ってなかったですが、昔は銀行強盗の逃がし。
言ってなかったが元刑事だ。
それはなら
He's like, alright. Yeah, this is a precarious situation for both of them. Yeah, let's just do it. Let me see if I how many rainbow geodes I have, because if we can upgrade a couple weapons, that would be pretty useful. We have begin no rainbow geodes. Game's been messing us around. I'm fine with it. We're doing good in the story fights at least. Okay, so what's going on? Do I have to like walk away? Oh, do I have to talk to this guy? Yeah, let's go. Punk. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, the ambush is most definitely gonna happen. Maybe not an ambush, but like the place, the headquarters is definitely gonna be taken care of.
多分これのせいだと思う。
これ？
何？見せてあげて。
Where you're like an organ transplant for the cult leader?
春日さんたちはラニを守ってくれる。
What's wrong with the kid?
ペンダントですか。これパレカナのマークですよね。
ええ。
なんか見たことあるな。あ、確か。
Yeah,
ブライスが
Bryce.
似たようなのつけてた気が。
I didn't remember that, to be honest. It's been a long time since we've seen Bryce, I think.
パレカナの人たちと服装もネックレスも
It's been months.
そこだけ違うから、なんか特別感あったんだよな。
これはね、パレカナの代表である証なの。教団が生まれてからずっと代々。
Oh, so does this mean he's the natural leader of the cult?
私たちにとってはとても神聖な唯一無二のもの。
唯一無二ですか。でもそれじゃあ。
ええ、そこが問題なの。まず私がラニーと出会った時の話からしましょうか。もう半月くらい前になるかしら。その夜、もう日をまたごうっていう時間だった。施設に大人は私だけで、子供たちは寝静まっていた。私は書類仕事が残っていたから、それを片付けていたの。
そんな時間まで施設の所長さんってのは大変なんすね。
ありがとう。でもやりがいのあるいい仕事よ。それで仕事をしていたら玄関のドアを叩く音がしてね。で、そこにいたのがラニだった。
ラニ。
私も長年あの施設にいるけれど、こんな小さい子が真夜中に訪れることは初めて。それもたった一人で。
ラニはどうして茜さんのところに来たんだい？
私、お母さんもお父さんもいなくて、ずっとおばあちゃん家に。
Yeah, what's up with this kid? I want to know. I mean, I'm sure he's probably seen some bad shit because, you know, he's going through some hijinks at the current moment. Why is he so important?
おばあちゃんはもうすぐお別れだからこのペンダントと手紙をくれたの。この2つを持ってホノルルシティにあるパレカナの施設に行きなさい。
そのペンダント、
手紙というよりそれもラニのおばあ、今から70年以上前と
話が入り組んできたな。
Why is that guy swearing in front of a kid?
あかねさん、
遺言状にはこう書かれていた。
That's why we shouldn't have been driving with him.
自分の死後パレカナ代表に不正な経緯があったものとみなし、正当な代表はミリラニ家の者から教団幹部の投票制で選出することとする。選出された者に対し代表の証としてこの紋章を託す。
I bequeath our most precious heritage to thee.
ミリラニ家っていうのはラニの家系。ラニにこの遺言状を見せてもらったとき、私はにわかにはこれが本物だとは信じられなかった。
そりゃそう
Yeah,
ですよ。
so what, this is just a big issue for you? Somehow all the Yakuza now know, or all the cult members know now that she has the will?
誰だってなかなか思えねえ。
How?
だから私はしてはいけないミスを犯した。ブライスにこのことを連
Oh,
絡して
there you
しま
go.
った。
That's why.
ああ、それも無理ないですって。いくらなんでも茜さん一人で処分していい話じゃねえし、何かの間違いだってことをブライスに直接確認するのはまっとうな話ですよ。
I want to know if she got into a fight with Bryce.
ありがとう。でもそれが最悪な結果を招いてしまった。
Like, I mean, like a physical fight. Seems like they didn't really get along now.
すぐにブライスに電話をかけた。真夜中だというのにブライスはすぐこちらに向かうと言った。その時も少し嫌な予感をしていたのかもしれない。ブライスはいつもと変わらない様子だ。
Kid can see the future. He knows something bad's about to happen.
ペンダン
He's
トの
prepping.
遺言状を確認すると銃を取り出して何に向けたの。私はこの子を連れてとっさに逃げ出した。でもすぐにブライスは追っ手を差し向けてきて、本当に怖かった。見知ったパレカナの仲間たちが人が変わったみたいに私たちを襲ってきて、なんとかナイトスクエアのキヨさんのところに転がり込むことしかできなかった。
うちの島に隠れてたってのに、俺はあっちこっち探し回ってたわけだ。
Are we gonna see this guy die for her? You seem like it's the heroic type all of a sudden.
あんたがブライスと組んでねえからナイトスクエアが比較的手薄だったんだよ。あれ、じゃあデイナたちが言ってた茜さんの書き置きってのは
筆跡の偽造屋なんて奴の手駒に当然抱えてんだろう。
だよな。それに事件性なしって結論出した警察もブライスの身内かもな。それにしても
This cutscene alone might just bring us to the time when we can just watch the Resident Evil thing. I always forget how long these cutscenes can be.
一人で来たんすか。
ええ。
部下にも知られたくなかったか。ハワイ中のギャングを総動員してることといい。あいつ相当必死みたいだな。
So how are the cops? How have none of the cops have like this information leaked yet? It seems like all this stuff would be very easy to be made public. A lot of these stories feel like they're made with the intent that, you know, they can't just use the internet. Just leak this somewhere.
もしそれが不正な経緯というのなら。
強盗はブライスの仕業ってことになる。
Then again, there's an evil VTuber, so maybe my idea wouldn't have worked.
ってことはこっちのペンダントが本物でブライスが持ってるのは
おそらく偽造品。当時の代表がブライスに奪われることを恐れてすり替えておいたのかもしれない。
多分その線で間違いないでしょうね。なるほどな。ブライスが2人に
Someone's gonna crash into us or something's gonna happen.
でも
We're driving way too slow.
ミリラニ家でしたっけ。ラニの家はこのことを今まで隠してたんでしょうね。
きっと今回みたいなことになると分かっていたんでしょうね。ことを暴露したらブライスがどんな手に出るかわからない。
確かに。
おそらくミリラニ家はその後パレカナから距離を取った。ラニのおばあ様もパレカナとは無関係で、ペンダントと遺書の重要さも分かっていなかったみたい。ただパレカナからミリラニ家に便宜を図ってくれるかもしれないものとしてしか認識してなかったと思う。
なのにラニが正当なパレカナ
I knew it. I didn't need a 20-minute cutscene to tell me this. The minute he pulled out the amulet, I knew he was the sage. Like, what's the point of him taking out the amulet if you're not gonna have me guess that he was an important figure?
そうですね。大丈夫だからな。ラニのことは俺たち大人が守るからよ。
Little boy, grant your power upon me. You're the great sage of this cult, apparently.
45年だものね。あの時のマスミさんよりもあなたの方がずっと年上ね。
もうおっさんもいいとこで申し訳ないっす。
Aw.
こっちだって。
Were you in prison in your prime?
でも
Or is his prime currently right now?
でも抱っこするにはちょっと大きすぎるかしらね。
腰やっちゃいますね。俺にとって茜さんは母ちゃんっていうよりおやさんの
We're only gonna get a certain amount of time with her, aren't we? The game's gonna be evil and do some kind of... Well, your mom's gonna die protecting Lonnie. Is that how it's gonna work?
急に命を狙われることになって必死に逃げてただけ。
Maybe she joins our party.
あなたをロック
Wouldn't that be cool, having mom in the party?
もうほとんど自分のことを諦めてた。
でも茜さんは今も同じことをしてますよ。
あの時と同じ。そうかもしれない。懲りない人間なのね、私。
Alright, you got 7 minutes to wrap this up now because the Resident Evil thing is coming. And whether or not you wrap this up, Resident Evil is going to be played.
まだお会いしてそんなですけど、すげえわかります。
ありがとうね。すごく嬉しい。
I like how the drivers in the front have to like... He's crying.
もちろん命に変えても無事に送り届けますき。
I was like, when are they gonna acknowledge the drivers? Are we in a new part of Honolulu now?
まだ降りるなよ。鉄。
大丈夫です。一っ子一人いません。
サジ。
こっちも OK です。親父。
よし降りろ。俺らもすぐ離れる。
恩に切る。病。
極道門がその年で親孝行できるの。
I don't believe that you're gonna be doing right by us for so much longer. I feel like he's gonna betray us. It is known that you're gonna betray us. Open up.
専用機は手配できました。部下たちで発進準備中です。30分したらここを出ます。それまで少しだけ休めますよ。
やるな。さすがは日本の悪。
Oh my god. Stop it.
違います。影の権力者ですね。
Just because you pretend to be a cowboy, buddy, doesn't mean you get to bad talk these gangsters.
ようこそ。よくご無事で。そしてあなたが茜さんですね。
え？
我々はずっとあなたを探していました。なぜ探していたかは私よりも上の者しか知らないのですがね。 花輪さん、そんな話したらかえって不安になっちまうだろうがよ。
Can we close the door?
さあ、どうぞ。
You two are plotting. Yeah, these guys are evil. Oh no.
何ですか千歳さん。
今誰かに電話しようとしてなかった？
してませんけど。
なんだよ。どうしたんだ、じいちゃん。
Oh no.
本当ですよ。急にどうしたって言うんですか、千歳さん。スマホ返してもらえますか。千歳さん。
Is this guy evil or something?
じいちゃん。
These guys feel like they know each other or something.
この人はね、一番外にいる仲間に連絡する気なんだよ。茜さんとラニを見つけたって。
Oh. He's gonna stand up out of his chair. Is that what's gonna happen?
ずっとこいつに脅されて逆らえずにいたの。
Are we gonna find out that he's been pretending to be in the chair this entire time?
ダメだ。なんか全然わからねえよ。ちいちゃんがエイちゃんに脅されてるって何をだ。
よくわからないのは私もです。千歳さんはこの間会ったばかりの人らしい。
何すんだ。
That's a way. That's a way to do it. Pretty tactful.
ちゃんと動く。車椅子なんて必要ない。一番には昔車椅子の友達がいたんだよね。荒川雅人っていう。
Yo, so he's tugging at his heartstrings.
思い入れの強い人だったんでしょう。その人との思い出に付け入るためにこの車椅子は小道具として使われたんだよ。
おいおい待てよ。それじゃあエイジは普通に立てるし歩けるってことか。
He can walk.
そんなことは俺振りかどうかくらいわかる。エイちゃんの足は間違いなく。エイちゃん。
よかった。やっぱりうまくいってたんだ。
は？
リドカインって薬があってね。俺はそれで足に局所麻酔をかけてたんだよ。
So wait, he paralyzed himself on purpose.
どうやらエビナさんの言う通りだったな。
エビナ。そりゃ清流会のエビナのことか。
そうそう。
No, at least he revealed that truth. That's a good thing. Point of knowledge.
誰だ。
ドワイト。
Ah, it's Mr. Barracuda.
全部バレた。この場所も茜さんとラニがここにいることも。
残念だよ、富士宮千歳。お前はやっぱり俺たちを裏切ってた。それが何を意味するか前に忠告したはずだ。
Uh-oh.
エイちゃん、お前。
一番、ここはもうダメ。すぐに逃げないと。
てめえら、なんだお前ら。
To God. Oh, there you go. I knew I seen blood somewhere. Okay, I like that guy. That guy didn't deserve it. Buddy. Oh, did they already take the kid? Is that what's gonna happen? There's gonna be some kind of human sacrifice with the kid? Bro, you better not have some like good kicks. I'll be real disappointed if he has some good kicks going. Now, let me put this on pause for a second. Just because I think there's a... Let me see. You know, maybe I'll wait until afterwards just to see if there's any like trailers that come out. Because I'll just, you know, might as well not wait and watch the 15-minute thing now. If there's anything cool that comes out of the Resident Evil conference thing, you know, I'll see it. Look at this little piss baby. That's a great phrase that you said over there. Is that TV we just... Alright. Are we overpowered now? Ooh. Yeah, you hit my guy's mother. You smacked her in the face. I think it's only fair. Also, you shot like 2 people. That's also another reason why we did that. You might not answer. No, it was just rubber bullets. You can never be too sure. There's a good chance that they're just faking. Yeah, you got 2 people killed. This is kind of, I don't want to say your fault, but... You know, you're apparently a double agent. Now, what are you doing? Kiryu's like, fuck, I gotta stop doing my bucket list and come and help you now. Alright, we're finally on chapter 10, I think. Yes! It only took us 66 hours. Don't be cruel. Yay, we're back in Japan. We got them some pretty overpowered weapons. I don't know if I would want to be FaceTiming a bunch of dead bodies. I don't know if people can... I don't know if there's like AI in the phones that will interpret that as like, hey, this is not good. Well, we're stuck here doing our own issues. I think we're now being hunted by the Yakuza, right? Because we got our identity revealed. Yeah, I will say that is pretty evil. Putting yourself into a wheelchair on purpose to get revenge on your enemy. It is very devious.
花輪さんとウォンを死なせちまって、茜さんにも怪我をさせて、ラニは連中にさらわれちまった。ああ、事態は最悪だ。それは受け入れないといけねえ。
Yeah. I mean, we're not in a bad spot. We got good weapons.
だけどな、カスカ。なら、なおのこと顔を上げろ。俺たちみたいなのは、ずっとそうやって生きてきたろ。千歳、俺はまだ話が飲み込めてね。お前がエイジに脅されていたってのはどういうことだ？
Yeah, explain yourself.
ごめんなさい。あまりゆっくり話している時間はないんです。警察ももうすぐ来るだろうし、ここを離れないと。でもこれだけは桐生さんにも一番にも今言わないと。
ちいちゃん、
タタラチャンネルあるよね。でっち上げの告発で一番たちの生活をめちゃくちゃにして。
This is you.
素性を暴露した。
それがどうかしたのか。
あのチャンネルで喋ってる VTuber タタラヒソカ。
It's you.
あれは
Yep, I knew it.
私なの。
I mean, I didn't know it, but as soon as he said he's blackmailing you, it was a little bit evident.
はいどうも、タタラチャンネルです。今日もすごいタレコミが入ってましたよ。なんとハワイで堂島の竜を発見。
その声はちいちゃんがタタラ。
Yeah, you could have said that a long time ago.
エイジがスクープのネタと台本を用意して、私がタタラヒソカとしてそれを発信する。それが今のタタラチャンネルなの。
信じないわけにはいかないようだな。だが、そんなところで。
Korea's like, I'm fucking pissed. I'm like, I've been keeping up this act of being dead for years now.
エイジとエビナはつながっています。エイジはエビナの指示で動いているんです。そしてエビナはパレカナとゴミ処理のビジネスでつながってる。
そのことはエビナから直接聞いた。話はつながったな。
あいつらはラニと一緒にいるアカネさんを見つけたかった。彼女をおびき出すために一番をハワイへ行かせるように仕向けた。その監視のためにエイジは飛行機で一芝居打って一番と関わりを作った。
Yeah, somehow he found himself in the middle of like our safe house. The guy in the chair, Murray. His name's not Murray, but I don't know why I said Murray. I'm pretty sure it's the one guy from Sly Cooper, right? The turtle. Oh no, Murray's the hippo.
エビナとタタラチャンネルに出て俺の素性を暴露した。そうだぜ一番。 こっちも散々な目に遭わされてんだ。
いや、ちょっと待ってくれ。そいつはなんかおかしい。
This is a long cutscene.
うまく言えねえんですけど、頭が茜さんを危険にさらすような真似するのかなって。
はあ？あいつは何だってやるだろう。裏切りといや沢城城ってくらいの筋金入りじゃねえか。そもそも昔は荒川にバレねえように茜さんを殺そうとしたんじゃなかったか？
その時の動機は自分の子だった我がを青木亮を守ることだ。
けど今頭に残されてるのは荒川のおやっさんへの義理だけだ。だからやってもいねえ殺しで無所にも入ってたんだろ。今の頭がおやっさんの愛した人を罠にはめたりしねえ。そうか。
一番早く。
I'm gonna be honest. I need like a chart that connects all of the things here.
頭を下げてきたんです。沢城町はどんな目的でも芝居なんかで俺に頭下げたりしねえ。そんなことは絶対に。
Okay.
頭は
So Kuryu's gonna be left to deal with the Yakuza in Japan. I'm assuming Ishiban's gonna be fighting everyone in Hawaii. I mean, I guess I've probably been known since the beginning, but interesting.
はい。
だとしたら、海老名と沢城は一枚岩じゃないってことになる。
桐生さん、頭と話をしてもらえますか？俺はこっちでラニを追いかけます。
There's gonna be an ad break in a second, guys, so enjoy the ads. The cutscenes are probably gonna be going on for the next probably half hour. So you know, grab your cocoa, grab your blankie, grab your vitamin C. Do whatever you gotta do. And if you're on the arena side of YouTube, then hey YouTube or arena, how are you guys doing? Right now, I'm just sitting patiently waiting for this to finish.
話は聞いていたろう。あいつの連絡先はわかるか？
ふざけろ。誰がそんな。
Oh, that guy was still alive. Oh wait, this is in Japan. Never mind. I thought this was Hawaii again.
沢城の連絡先も私が知ってるよ。
助かる損費。どうかしたか、最後。
エイジって人にこっぴどなのによりあの沢しでも
お前。
All right. Yeah. We're having a good time. I do wish I was in Hawaii though. That way we're all on the same page when we call Sawashiro. Not a bad idea. Then what do we do? What say do we do at Survive? Hard to think of anywhere better. If all hands are on deck, I suppose I should call him. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. The balance of Injutsu is crumbling as it is. Who are we inviting? Well, I don't... Why do I let you guess? Wouldn't want that to ruin the surprise. It's probably gonna be her brother, right? All he was to me was my handler. Still, a lot of things happened between us, I suppose. We made it this far, and now... Hanawa, leave Akami and Lani-san to me. We'll see this through. I'll be joining you soon. Don't be saying that, Kuryu. You got another 50 years on the planet, unfortunately. Unfortunately? I mean, fortunately. This is gonna be another memory that we have to take care of. Yes.
ああ、覚えてる。
手が空いたら顔出しに来てくれ。お前が来るまで一人で飲んでるからな。
そんなことしてると体壊すぞ。
俺の健康が心配なら早めに来い。じゃあ待ってるぜ。
How many challenges are being activated right now? Jeez. Okay, it's just like reactivating again. All right, how many levels are we? Okay, so we're level 41. So we're doing pretty good so far. We have all the gear we want. We're not changing this crew up. I'm not going through that process again. Having said that, I think this might be where I call it a stream. Welcome back everyone from the ads. I've just decided that we'll probably be wrapping it up right now. But very much appreciate everyone who's showed up to the stream. It'll be let me see. Let me pop onto the over screen over here. Let me pop the links into the chat. If you want to visit us on any other website, keep up to date with us. You know, YouTube, X, TikTok. My brother MCG519, he has a stream going. And Discord. We're not going to be back until Monday. So, you know, tune into that Monday stream when that hits. But thank you everyone for being here. Let me see. Next week, we'll probably be getting back into some more of the same games we've been playing here. Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth, we're probably going to try and start fast tracking and maybe getting the, you know, the story going. But let me find something to rate out too. I was hoping there was going to be another like Resident Evil announcement, but I'm pretty sure they are just going all full head on the Resident Evil Requiem. I was under the impression that there was going to be some kind of surprise drop. So maybe I was a little bit too hopeful, maybe. Okay, let me see. Where is my... Hey, let me open up Discord. Do. I could have sworn I've seen someone playing some like really cool Mortal Kombat game, but I was mistaken. Alright, let me see. You know what, let me... There's a couple of good people to rate out too, I feel. You know what? I haven't seen him in a while. But right now, Blunts is currently online. He's a friend to the channel. And you know, it's always good to see him. So let's get on over to Blunts over there. Let me get the raid message going. But thank you everyone for being here. Monday, come back. And then, you know, show some support to Blunts. Grab one of these raid messages. Or just create your own raid message. Doesn't really matter much. But, have a great weekend. Outro time.